Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Anza College, where we've got a good one for you this afternoon as the 2025 season, regular season, will wrap up for each side. It's the Mountain Lions coming in with a perfect record of 9-0, 4-0 in conference, taking on Cabrillo. They are 2-7 and 1-3 in conference play. We'll have more, the coin toss, and the national anthem coming up after this. You're watching Mountain Lion football here on NorCal Sports TV.
I chose this school because of the tops and transfers.
One of the main reasons was because of the transfer rate. Another reason is because it's a community college, and the first 2 years for high school students were free because of the Promise program, so that was an incentive for sure.
The Anza consistently maintained high rates of transfer due to a combination of factors. First is due to our comprehensive transfer support and services. The Anza has a robust transfer center with dedicated and experienced transfer counselor who assists students throughout the entire transfer process, from helping them understand the transfer requirement to helping them successfully submit their application. We also offer workshops throughout the entire academic year to ensure that students learn more about the transfer requirements and meet all the necessary deadlines in a timely manner.
I believe that having the high rate of transfer students from Anza College to SJSU shows the preparation that the counselors have done with their students, not only in helping them out in figuring out which major is best for them, but also letting them know the type of transfer process that they're going to be going through.
I play cornerback, that's on defense, but I chose Anza, well, because I hear they have a good academics program. The sports is cool and whatever, but I was more worried about the academics, what's going to get me farther. So Anza was just the best option for me.
The Anza has really strong academic programs to support students. We offer a lot of certificates, degrees, as well as classes that align with the transfer pathway to four-year institutions.
Community college definitely allows me to figure out the different routes that I want to go, explore different colleges, different majors.
We also host the transfer fair every year, which attracts a lot of students coming, and we were able to get many universities come to the Anza to share those information with the students.
I think this is a really cool experience to just get knowledge of all these cool colleges. There's so many.
My mom and I did some extensive research, found out a few things, that the Anza College's slogan of top in transfers, because their matriculation or transfer rate from the Anza is high. Students from the Anza transferred to great colleges such as UC Irvine, UCLA, and my college right now, UC Berkeley.
Down to the field. And those who are able, would you please rise and remove your caps? Please perform our national anthem. Please welcome a member of the Anza College Sports Medicine team, Ms. Diane Monco.
Twilight so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome you back inside the broadcast booth. Dominic Carriel with you, with my partner Jamie Hurtado as well. All right, we got a good one here this afternoon. De Anza's been rolling all year, pretty much the past 2 seasons, looking to go undefeated again this year and roll into that basically American championship game, which is their bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at it, like you said, De Anza, Amazon. I don't know where that came from. De Anza has had things rolling, and what's scary about that is when the team comes in, like Cabrillo, and if they haven't had the season they've wanted, right? And so they're dangerous because they have nothing to lose, right? That's their last game of the season. They know that. So look for special teams, trick plays, fake field goals, exactly right. All this stuff that you've worked on all year long that you've had in the back pocket if you're Cabrillo. I mean, you're just going to throw it out, right? Hey, you're going to have new guys playing at different positions today. Probably some things that we don't expect to see. And so that makes it hard when you're a coach and you're like, okay, we don't know what we're going to get from these guys. So we'll see. Like I said, it's going to make it for an interesting football game. Look forward to bringing it to you today.
Especially in that quarterback will be getting his first start of the afternoon, as the kick is more of a squib that will get out to about the 40-yard line. Pretty good field position starting for the Seahawks there in the dark helmet with white pants, white jerseys, and De Anza's sporting the all-gold look with the white helmet. As we were just about to say, A.J. Gomez, the freshman quarterback from Castroville, California, he will get his first start of the season this afternoon. We'll see what the offense looks like, as Cabrillo's had trouble running the football this season. So you probably don't want to have him throw it all over the place, but like we said, there could be some trickery to help him out early just to get the rhythm going.
Yeah, and you get a new running back there with him too. So a whole new backfield for the Seahawks. Like I said, Game 10, JC, you never know what you're going to end up with.
And there's Gomez. He'll roll out. He will step out of bounds after a good gain of about 3 yards on first down. He's not necessarily a runner, but he is mobile. He can scramble and move out of the pocket, but there won't be a ton of design quarterback runs for him. This De Anza defense is just really good all the way around, especially up front defensively, as they can really just get after the quarterback in many different ways. They're just allowing 15.4 points per game and just 108 on the ground. As there's a snap, the give up the middle, a good gain on second down to bring up third, and manageable now for the Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely, and then that's that new running back in the backfield that we talked about, number 44, Von Breedy, picking up a few yards, making it third down and about 5 for the Seahawks. And this is where you want to be if you're Cabrillo, right? Hey, you're around midfield. This is a chance, probably 2-down territory right off the bat, right? I mean, we talked about this as being your last game of the season. You're not worried about holding anything back.
And with this De Anza pass rush, you don't want third and long. Rolling out, firing to a wide-open receiver down the field. It's caught at the 20, down the sideline, and stepping out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Jack Espinoza, the freshman from Santa Cruz, makes it first and goal.
Absolutely, and a great job here. Just a little boot action, finding the receiver wide open, flips his hips open, throws it down the sideline, and just stepping out of bounds inside the 5-yard line, right about the 5-yard line, looks like, first and 10, or first and goal, rather, for the Seahawks.
There's a snap to give to the right side, but swallowed up. A slew of gold jerseys there. Aaron Mendoza out of the backfield on the carry, as he had nowhere to go on first and goal. So big play there on 3rd and 5. And when it's not 3rd and long, you can have those play action boots.
Absolutely. And that 3rd and 5 kept it to where it was manageable. Hey, they might run the football because we talked about, hey, 2-down territory, and that kind of sold things. Now in the backfield is wide receiver number 8, Aaron Mendoza.
They'll throw a fade, but it is intercepted in the end zone, I do believe. And it is. And the Mountain Lions get a huge stop on the goal line. It was picked off there by number 23, Caleb Richardson, the freshman.
Yeah, but there's a flag on the play, and I think it's offsides against De Anza.
As we hear from Paul Capana for the first time today. And that's exactly what it is. And get this, it was on to Sean Skinner, the DB, on the other side of the field. On the near side, one of the defensive backs were up over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and so that takes away a turnover, gets you another chance at it for the Seahawks.
Now 2nd and goal from about the 3, but swallowed up one more time. This time the big back Von Breedy on the carry.
Yeah, and I don't know that you're going to get anywhere running up the middle against De Anza. I mean, they got some big hogs down there. You got sophomores in there. Jaden White out of Yuba City. You also got Andrew Rubottom out there on the defensive line. I think if you're going to get some run room, I think you got to run towards the edges. And I think if you're going to throw the football here, look for some kind of crossing route across the middle, which means your offensive line is going to have to give you some time, or you're going to have to roll your quarterback out like you did earlier on 3rd down. We'll see what the Seahawks chose to do here.
3rd and goal from the 4. I would think that this is 2-down territory. They give it to Breedy again. He cuts up the field, and a pile up and no gain on the play, maybe a gain of 1. 4th down, of course, the field goal unit staying on the sideline. Oh, no, they'll trot out the field goal unit.
Yeah.
Interesting, after the couple play calls, just running it right into the strength of this De Anza defense, but now it will be Eduardo Garcia Martinez on to kick the short field goal from 20 yards out. The kick is up, and it is good. So the opening drive nets 3 points for the Seahawks. They're on the board first, and we'll see this De Anza offense coming up after this. 3-0 Cabrillo with the lead.
I chose this school because of the tops in transfers.
One of the main reasons was because of the transfer rate. Another reason is because it's a community college, and the first 2 years for high school students were free because of the Promise program, so that was an incentive for sure.
The Anza consistently maintained high rates of transfer due to a combination of factors. First is due to our comprehensive transfer support and services. The Anza has a robust transfer center with dedicated and experienced transfer counselor who assists students throughout the entire transfer process, from helping them understand the transfer requirement.
Garcia Martinez put it through from 20 yards away, making him 5 of 7 on the season. And now he's back to kick things away. And, well, there is one guy out there that you don't want to kick it to, and that is number 15, Chris Butler. He's had at least 4 kick returns, also punts, but this time they keep it away from him, and it takes a great bounce. Now picked up by Jaden Weber. Weber trying to switch fields here. Now cuts it up, breaks a tackle at the 20. Now gets a block at the 25. Gets another block, and he's going to try and go on a late flag. Weber will go the distance for the touchdown, but there is a flag coming in. It landed at about the 50, I do believe.
Yeah, and it's funny because I just said don't kick it to 16, right? Because I was like, hey, Weber's had some decent returns. Now, Butler's ran 2 back for touchdowns in the last 2 weeks, so you don't want to kick it to either one of those guys, and 16 gets it, takes it to the house, but holding called on Deanza. Like I said, I would have kicked it to either one of those guys in the back. I'd have kicked it right at one of those linemen and say, hey, let's just give him the ball at the 40-yard line.
And you really think it was actually a pretty good kick. Bounced at the 20, got by him, gets picked up at the 7, but then you just can't make the tackle.
Like I said, I would keep it away from both those guys, though, personally. I'd just, hey, kick it to one of those up guys and make them catch it and do something with it. Instead, Cabrillo can get a little bit of break and can get the ball to the ends at the 35-yard line.
So after the penalty, it will be at the 35 is where this Deanza offense will start.
Hey, but if you're going to pull an upset, right, that's what you got to get. You got to get advantage of penalties, which they did. They wiped away the turnover and got points. Then that one took away points. So far, 10 points the penalties have cost Deanza.
Ian Kirby, the freshman quarterback, is making his 10th start of the season. They go empty. He looks. He goes the quick slant, and it's behind the intended target. It's thrown into a scary tight window. Aaron Rock was the intended target.
And coming up and playing defense there for the Seahawks was Connolly from the DB position. Good job of just sitting on the route, waiting for it, and it actually hits the linebacker, dropping Brian Flores right in the back. He never even saw it. If he turns it around, he probably has a pick 6.
Kirby, 24 touchdowns, 9 interceptions on the year, and of course, his big target is number 4, Akeem Wright. We'll be hearing a lot of him, over 1,000 yards. He's got 10 touchdowns. There's a snap, and just a quick play up the middle, try and get a couple of yards for the Mountain Lions, and it'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
Yeah, trying to just run underneath, catch everybody off guard, pick up a 3. Not a bad decision there for Deanza. And now it's time to find number 4 if you're Deanza, right? Get right involved early and often in this game, I think, is probably a huge part of the play calling.
We've seen them just take deep shots on 3rd and long, too. Kirby steps up in the pocket, almost falls down, now throws it deep. There's Wright, right on cue. He makes the catch! Right over the top of the cornerback shin. And Akeem Wright, that 50-50 ball turns into a 70-30 ball when you're throwing it to number 4.
Absolutely. There it is. Hey, easy play calling when you got a guy like that, right? You just find him, throw the ball up. You said 50-50. It's more like a 70-30. He's going to come down with it. You trust him to go up there and either make the play or keep the defender from making the play, and does just that. Picks up the big first down for Deanza, and they're on the roll inside the 35-yard line. Or 25-yard line, excuse me.
Ball at the 24. Knocking on the red area are the Mountain Lions. Kirby will get the snap. Play action. He looks for a man in the end zone. Steps up in the pocket. He'll take it himself. He's got plenty of room. Cuts back inside at the 10. At the 5, he dives. And he is into the end zone for a Mountain Lion touchdown.
We've seen him do that before, too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that same end zone a couple weeks ago, first play of our game against West Hills, Coalinga. Yep. Goes into the end zone over there, and that's one of those things I think that's kind of overlooked is he's got some legs and he's got wheels. He can make play miss, and once he gets outside the pocket, he looks to score. He tucks in right here, he went outside, said, nope, I'm cutting back in, going for the end zone, and a big 6 points quickly for Deanza.
Won't see a ton of design runs, but definitely we saw it even on that drive. Step up in the pocket and can improvise and make some plays. As now on to kick the extra point, Armando Rodriguez to make this a 4-point game. Good snap, good hold. The kick is perfect. And it is 7-3 in the blink of an eye. Just a couple of plays brings Deanza down the field and into the end zone. And after this, we'll see the Cabrillo offense, see if they can answer, as it seems like we're on our way to a lot of points this afternoon.
It's the Good Guys 35th Fuel Curve Autumn Get-Together. Over 2,500 American-made and powered show cars and trucks. A huge swap meet, Fender Midway Family Fun Zone, live music, and more. November 8th and 9th at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. Details at good-guys.com.
After that quick touchdown drive, the biggest play was on that 3rd down. Akeem Wright, big catch after the throw by Kirby, and as we saw in Cabrillo's first drive, it was A.J. Gomez. He connected on a big play that brought him inside the 5 that went to Espinoza that got the points on the board. So we'll see what Cabrillo does here. They had great starting field position on their last drive. Brady Sheehan is back, along with Cameron Conley as well to receive it. They did a squib kick last time, but gave the Seahawks great field position at the 42-yard line. So we'll see here what the Mountain Lions do on this one.
Mountain Lions got to use a timeout because they don't have the right personnel on the kickoff team. Actually, they don't. They take the penalty.
Yeah, wow. They did not even get a timeout out. It is a 5-yard penalty. Delay a game on the kickoff after a touchdown. Not something that I think I've seen all year long. But
no, and they were counting the guys up, and they were saying, hey, you need to get off the field, even though they had 11. I'm not sure what the issue was until the player ran off the field, and then he was sitting on the sideline going, I'm supposed to be out there.
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to be out there. He's still not sure exactly where he's supposed to line up. And now he's coming off the field again.
So now they're only going to have 10 guys out there. Now a late sub will come on. As now I think everything's squared away. They'll kick it away from the 30. Let's see what they do here. This time it's a booming kick. This one will be grabbed by Sheehan. Sheehan cutting up at the 20 and getting maybe out to the 25. They'll mark him down at the 26. So this will be the Seahawks' second drive underway. Pretty good start from A.J. Gomez, the freshman, in his first starting action of the season.
No, good opening drive. Hey, you went down, you got points. You're wishing for a touchdown there, but got down inside the 5-yard line, ran the ball a couple times, and then kick a field goal. Regardless, I think of every
chunk
possession.
Plays help too.
Yeah, absolutely, right. And if you're Cabrillo, every possession ends in some kind of a kick. I think that's a positive for you, whether it's a punt or an extra point or a field goal. You're looking at positives there for the Seahawks.
Cruz Ferris in the backfield. He'll get it this time, trying to pick his way forward, but again, just into a wall of gold jerseys. They'll give him 2, maybe 3 on the carry. It'll be second and long. Cruz Ferris, we'll see him all over the formation. We'll see him in the slot. We'll see him in the backfield. And we'll see him out wide sometimes. He's a very good punt returner as well. As Gomez now gets the snap, play action rollout, but here came the blitz, and down he goes. Off the edge to Sean Skinner from his cornerback spot. Gets the sack.
Absolutely, and that time they tried to run that boot again, and this time Skinner came on the blitz and didn't buy the fake at all. Boom, tried to boot back into him and turns around and says, uh-oh. Skinner's standing right there waiting for him, so great job there by the DB coming on the hot blitz, picking up the sack, making it a 3rd and very long for the Seahawks.
That's something that helps those DBs on the blitzes when the defensive line's so good at stopping the run. They don't need to worry about the run. Now the throw, and it is, is that intercepted? What a one-handed grab. That was from Sampson, but he didn't get the feet down, and the pass is incomplete. The throw from Gomez would have been short of the line to gain, I do believe, but just throwing up a fade ball, trying to get the first down, maybe even a flag.
Yeah, and a great attempt there. And he came close to getting that down in bounds at 1 foot, but still now 4th and long and punt time and special teams. We talked about it here at the opening of the game. Anza has 2 guys back, and neither one of them are guys you want to kick the football to.
Nope. Eduardo Garcia to kick it away. Let's see if he gave enough time. A booming kick. This one will be grabbed by Weber this time. Looking to cut it up the field, and now will be swarmed and brought down at the 49. Let's see if they mark him at the 50. Looks like they will, as Anza will have their second possession coming up here after they went pretty much unscathed into the end zone on the first drive.
Yeah, great kick there by Cabrillo, though, and pretty decent coverage.
Yeah.
All things considered. I mean, you were kicking the ball down. He made contact down at the 5-yard line. To get the ball out to the midfield is pretty good. Now, Anza, wouldn't be shocked to see them just try and
take a shot here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you took it right out of my mouth. Right? Hey, Let's go for it right here. One play, try to capitalize.
Keon Terrain in the backfield. There goes a man in motion, Nix, and they do give it to Nix, and he's got a block, looking to bounce it to the outside, and a late flag will come in. I do think this will be holding on the outside on the receiver, Rock. So we're 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Should bring up maybe 1st and 14 after the penalty. That's what happens when the backs try and bounce it to the outside. Obviously, the receiver has the back turned. He doesn't know he's bouncing it, so can't let go. As it was Rock on the holding penalty. And they'll back it up to make it 1st and 16 after the penalty.
Receivers never hold. Just ask them.
Terrain again is in the backfield.
Right, split out left, all an outside receiver there.
There's a snap. He looks underneath. This one will be caught, pushed forward just to get back to the original line of scrimmage there. Smith on the catch, or Rock, excuse me, on the catch. So getting that penalty yardage back, and one more will bring up 2nd and 9.
Like that option, though. It's just a flood concept. You motion out 3 receivers, short, deep, middle, and you take the short guy. Easy pitch and catch there for a pickup of 6.
Second and 9. Now for the Mountain Lions. Play action. They look for the screen. Now throw it to right, and he breaks a tackle at the 35. Looks to bounce it. Put on the speed. He could be in the clear, and he's pushed out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. But now,
yeah, we got flags on the field again.
More laundry on the field.
And everybody's walking back towards the middle of the field.
An eligible man downfield. That's the only thing on these RPOs. Those linemen don't know if you handed it off or not, so they're run blocking into the second level.
Yeah, absolutely. So now it's back to a 2nd and 15, kind of where we started from, right?
Exactly. Penalty-riddled drive this time out for De Anza. 2nd and 14 officially, and the big play by Wright is wiped off the board.
Yeah, but that just shows the explosiveness, right? I mean, that's what you're looking for. He's the guy. That's why last drive I said get him involved early and often if you're De Anza, and doesn't disappoint.
Kirby gets the snap. He looks again, throws it to right on the quick curl route, tries to hop over his man, but will be thrown down at the 45-yard line. And officially looks like they'll mark him at the 46. And it will be 3rd and, let's see exactly where they spot it. It's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5. And it will be 3rd and 6. Not quite sure what
not sure. I think that might be
about.
Are they going to penalize him for trying to hurdle?
I don't think so. Maybe there's just where they're spotting
maybe it's
the football.
Making sure that it's 3rd down. After all the penalties, a little confusion. I think that's what it was.
3rd and 6 officially now. So you haven't seen a big dose of terrain just yet on the ground. But we'll see here at the bottom of the screen. They've got Wright one-on-one in press coverage. There's a snap. They'll flip it out to Terrain this time. And he follows Wright down the field, steps out of bounds, but more than enough for a 1st down.
Absolutely. That's just that one receiver, run him off, and then, hey, there's no one left there to throw the – they got all the linebacker has to get through to get the coverage, flip it out to him before he can get there, and then just let Terrain do his thing. It's kind of like a toss sweep almost.
Extension of the run game, so they needed 6, got 7. 1st and 10 from the 39 for De Anza. Again, just the Seahawks going with that one single high safety. Now they shade over. There's the snap. They give to Terrain. It was an all-out run-stopping blitz, and he is swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, great job there by the defensive lineman for the Seahawks, number 98, Jesse Martinez, coming up and making the play. Stopping him for a 4-yard loss.
Looks like they sent the house there to stop the run on that play. Played man behind it. Now it'll be 2nd and long here for De Anza. This drive not seeing as easy as the first one. Penalties are also a part of that, but having a little bit of trouble running the football here early in this one. Kirby in the gun again. Gets the snap. He looks. Now we'll roll out to the right. Couple of defenders step up. The throw is underneath, and a shoestring catch there by Jaden Weber, I do believe. And we'll make it up 3rd and 6.
Yep, good little cross action, then the quarterback starts to roll out. Weber just floats with him. You can see it right there on the screen. Just finds a spot, able to be open for his quarterback.
Kirby looking downfield, now looks underneath. That one's caught by Wright. He breaks a tackle, gets the first down, cuts back and dives down forward at the 20-yard line. Looks like he may have lost his footing more than diving forward, but he picks up the first down, and the Mountain Lions are back into the red zone.
Yeah, but Wright comes up hobbling. He's got to come out.
As Wright comes off the field hobbling here, but De Anza going quick. Now get a late substitution coming on in that wide receiver spot. Artez gathers now in. Kirby looking, stepping up, got good protection, steps through, now runs to the right, and down he goes after a short gain of 2. Keep you updated on Akeem Wright, as it looks like they're working on that left ankle over there on the sideline. And that would be a huge loss for the Mountain Lion offense just from the explosive play. Kirby throws to his near side. That's caught, being wrapped up at the 10. We'll see will they mark it if it's a first down. I think maybe a yard short. Artez gathers on the catch, and it'll be 3rd and 1.
And De Anza here the last couple of plays going that up-tempo quickly back on the line of scrimmage.
Kirby gets the snap, give to Terrain. He cuts it up the field. He's got the first down, still on his feet, pushed forward and into the end zone for a Mountain Lion touchdown. Terrain is in on the rush. Looked like he was bottled up just to at least get the first down, and then broke a tackle and was pushed into the end zone.
Yeah, you see that effort right there, and then he runs into his own lineman, and the lineman actually helps him into the end zone. Demetrius Espino able to help his running back get into the end zone. And
now on to kick the extra point will be Armando Rodriguez. Jimenez Ponce on the hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So the Mountain Lions, 2 drives, 2 touchdown drives. After they get the 3 and out defensively, they go down the field. This one was a long, methodical drive after the penalties, but they find a way to put it into the end zone on the Terrain rush. 2:01 to go in the first quarter, 14-0 De Anza. After that touchdown drive, 14-3, De Anza has the lead. We'll see if on the next drive Akeem Wright will come back out for that offense. He came out limping after a first down catch, and they were working, looked like, on that left ankle over on the sideline. And then after that touchdown drive, we'll see how this defense responds. They got the big sack from Skinner on the last drive that stalled out the Seahawk offense. As Sidechin is back, and it looks like it'll go to the up back, who bobbles it, still loose. Now Sidechin gets it, and now look out, he is in trouble, and he is bottled up at the 20-yard line. Aaron Mendoza there had trouble fielding that ball, and then couldn't even pick it up right after that. As now again, the Seahawks will have to go a long way.
Yeah, in the opening drive for the Seahawks, they hit that big play down the sideline to Espinoza, and since then haven't been able to do too much. Went backwards about 6 yards on the last drive. We'll see what they do to open up this one. They've been trying to run the football, but that's kind of a difficult task against that guys up front for the Mountain Lions. We'll see if they continue to do that or they go more to the air and kind of take some shots downfield.
A.J. Gomez back in the gun. He looks. He'll throw a quick swing out. Oh, what a catch. One-handed snag by the back, but still just a quick gain of 2 there on the play. Von Brady makes a great catch and then gains 2.
Yeah, but that quick Mountain Lions defense able to get back there and retrace their steps and knock them out of bounds after a gain of only 2.
It's the Seahawk offense. May just have to go big play hunting in this one and really try and take some shots. As Gomez, he'll roll out, try and evade the pressure. Now throws underneath. That one's caught, and cutting it back on the field is Espinoza. And a good gain on second down to make it 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 after the gain of 6.
Yeah, and Espinoza slides down in front of a couple of defenders, so interesting choice there by a wide receiver. Could have probably went and got the first down if he just puts his head down, but he's like, I know my role. I'm 5'9", 165. I'm a possession receiver.
Right.
Go get the ball, get what I can, get down, and don't let these big guys come hunt me.
This is a big blitz package for De Anza. This is when they like to send it. Gomez gets the snap. He looks quick out route. That'll be caught for a first down, and more goes Mendoza up the field. He spins short of the 40-yard line up to the 39, and Cabrillo's got a first down on this drive, moving the chains, and we'll see if they decide that will end the first quarter if they try and quickly run a play, but I do believe that maybe they will try and get one more play in.
I wouldn't have advised them. I'd go to the end of the first quarter.
Maybe try and draw them off sides. We saw De Anza had a tough time with the snap count. As just 1 second to go, and they don't even get the play off, but it looked like they were going to run a play. So they don't get it off, as that will end the first quarter. Cabrillo picks up a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 when we come back. 14-3, De Anza. They've got the lead over the Seahawks as you're watching Mountain Lion football on NorCal Sports TV.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
Start of the second quarter here at De Anza College. It's a beautiful Bay Area afternoon here in Cupertino, 72 degrees, no wind. As Cabrillo gets the snap, Gomez throws it out to the back, out of the backfield, and a pretty good gain on first down, gain of 3, as again, Von Brady again with another catch.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you're moving the ball forward. You're kind of you understand that the defensive line is pretty good for the Mountain Lions. So you know you've got to only 1-2 get rid of the football. I like what Cabrillo's doing there. Is just kind of, hey, we're going to half roll. We know guys are going to be in our face. We got to just
move the pocket,
flip it out there. Yep, absolutely, and let our guys try and make plays.
Good gain on first down. 2nd and 7 now as here comes the blitz. Play action. Gomez again just dumps it off to Brady, and he's got tons of room this time. He runs over a man and gets down to the 39-yard line of De Anza, and the Seahawks pick up another first down. That time, De Anza sent the blitz, and the play-action pass worked to perfection.
Yeah, and again, the quarterback knows there's going to be pressure in his face, gets it out, and then Breedy gets some help from his wide receivers downfield blocking and makes a big play and gets them inside the 40-yard line. And then again, Cabrillo moving the football. Biggest thing is keeping the De Anza offense on the sideline.
Exactly. And there's not a ton of bodies on the Seahawk defense either, so giving them a rest also works. Gomez again. He throws it out to the flat, and that one is through the hands of the intended target, Espinoza, that time. Just a little high on the – tough to have the quarterback rolling out to his left there.
Yeah, you got to flip your hips, and otherwise you do kind of float it normally, and that's exactly what happened there. But still, like I said, I like moving him around. Don't make him a sitting duck, right? Don't drop back and three-step drop and let the lineman know exactly where he's going to be every time. Otherwise, they just tee off, and it's not a good thing for the Cabrillo offensive line.
2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Again, De Anza looks like they're showing pressure, and Breedy is wrapped up in the backfield. Down he goes. It looked like Andrew Rubottom was the first Mountain Lion to be in the backfield.
Absolutely. There's that guy, right? We talked about him earlier in the game. He's one of those defensive linemen for the Mountain Lions that just wreak havoc all the time. Anytime there's something going in the backfield, you usually know he's involved with it.
So a big tackle for loss there. Loss of 2 officially brings up 3rd and 12. If you're the Seahawks here, you're looking to get maybe 7 to bring it 4th and manageable, and you can go for it.
See, I've taught you so well. I like that you're looking at this as a offensive coordinator point of view, right? Hey, absolutely.
Gomez gets the snap. Pressure comes. He'll throw, and looks like miscommunication there.
Yeah.
As thought maybe there was an out route coming or just threw it short of the curl route, as Sheehan was the intended target. He's playing both ways today, as now the punt unit will trot its way out and try and flip the field. Eduardo Garcia Martinez had a good last punt. See if they can try and pin De Anza deep in their own territory. But this is when Butler usually tries to make his magic happen. As so far they've kept it away from Chris Butler and get it over to Jaden Weber. There's the snap, and take a long time trying to let his men get down there. It's a great punt. Will it be down at the 1? Yes, it is. Oh, my goodness, what great punt coverage and special teams play from Cabrillo. What turned into almost a blocked punt is down inside the 1-yard line.
No, absolutely. Good job of the coverage guys getting down there on the play, and good job by the punter just putting just enough on it. And then number 25 for the Seahawks, Elijah Velez, able to get on it and down it. The DB 5'10", 189 out of Scotts Valley High School over there by Santa Cruz, coming up, making the play on special teams. And like you said, it makes it a long field for the Mountain Lions, 99 yards to go.
And this is also just huge in this area. There's a safety, but even just a penalty in the end zone can get you a safety, so you don't necessarily even have to get a stop. This is a big moment in the game here. Cabrillo trying to flip the script after a great job special teams-wise. As, again, this time they go under center, I formation. In the backfield is Constant. There's a snap. Constant gets it. He breaks a tackle. And look out! Constant! And he's caught from behind. Did the ball come out?
Loose ball.
Oh, they're going to roll him down by 20. Contact at the 20. As Lammy Constant saw 99 yards as his eyes got big, but then was wrapped up from behind there. It was a great tackle by Piafalo.
Yeah, absolutely. Constant saw the old Tony Dorsett 99-yard touchdown run on Monday Night Football coming at him, and Piafalo says, I don't think so, almost stripped the football. Good job there of him of attacking the football, going after it, almost creating a big play for the Seahawks. Instead, big first down run for the Mountain Lions.
Kirby in the gun again. Play action. They look for the double move to right. He's got him over the middle. Right, good to see him back in the game as he makes the catch and a good gain on first down.
Yeah, absolutely. Like as you said, exactly. Good to see him back in the game. Glad it was nothing that was too serious to keep him out because he's a baller, and you want to see him play if you're De Anza fans. And I mean, he took a trip out to Middle Tennessee State. I know he's Oregon State's looking at him. Some other schools. Big wide receiver weapon here for the Mountain Lions. Got to have him on the field.
They break the huddle after the first down, gain of 16 on the play. Brought the ball up to the 36-yard line. As De Anza looking for a big scoring drive here, throws it short. This one's caught by Nix. Nix fighting forward. He's got the first down. He's across the 50 and then run out of bounds. As the men come together there on the sideline, getting pushed out of bounds.
Nick's lucky he didn't get a flag there. He hit him about 7 yards out of bounds and then got in his face and told him about it. Actually, I'm sorry, that was not Carson DeFilippis that was on the late hit there by the Seahawks, but still.
Nick's on the catch and run, which was what we've really seen a lot of in this game. Not so much big, deep air yards, just more giving it to your playmakers. Kirby, pump fake again. He's going deep for right this time. This is good coverage, as now a flag will come in. Maybe a little grab there, I think, on the double move.
And the DB over there's got to be careful because he's over there just – I think that's the same guy that from earlier, number 25, Elijah Velez. He's just absolutely
Cameron Connolly
letting the official have it.
Cameron Connolly picked up the penalty. As that marches the ball a little bit deeper in Seahawk territory now. As now again, just more confusion on exactly where this ball is down after the 10-yard penalty. As well, now they'll go to the right hash and they will mark it down at the 33-yard line of the Seahawks. So let's see what the Mountain Lions do here offensively. It's been a lot of throwing of the football. Lammy Constant again in the backfield. He had the big run to get out of the shadow of the goal line and the gain of 20. There's a snap to give to Constant. He goes, cuts it up the field, breaks through that line, and gets into the second wave. And he picked up another first down and a gain of 13. And it looked like Rock kind of got rolled up on there as he was blocking in the secondary, but he stays in the game. Ball down at the 20 as back in the red zone goes De Anza. Seahawks showing pressure. There's the snap. Kirby looking. He rolls out, breaks one tackle in the backfield, trying to get the edge, and he will at least get back to the line of scrimmage. Don't think he got a yard, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 after the good pressure from Cabrillo.
Yeah, absolutely, number 11 there in the backfield. Brian Flores had a chance to make a big play, and instead he got shook by Flores. Flores gets down to the sideline, out of the 20-yard line, officially a gain of a half a yard, so we'll go 2nd and 9.
See, still keeping up the throwing of the football with Ian Kirby right now. They've run it pretty well to this point, especially with Lammy Constant in the backfield. He's given this offense a little shot in the arm here as he's back next to Kirby in the backfield, and they break the huddle late, and Kirby sees it and then will use a timeout. So before the delay game penalty, the timeout was called. 9:48 to go in half number 1. De Anza looking to add on to their lead. They lead 14-3.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
After the Mountain Lion timeout, 2nd down and 10. Fresh play clock for De Anza. Kirby in the backfield. Constant now in motion. There's the fake to Constant. Now giving it to Wright on the tunnel screen, and he is wrapped up and thrown down for no gain again on the play. Great tackle there from Jimenez.
Yeah, you fake that screen one way, come back with it. It worked well last week. This time, Jimenez is just sitting there from his linebacker position and just waiting to make the play. Actually, the defensive end position, excuse me. And he just says, hi, 4. I'm number 4. I'll take you down for a 0-yard gain. Brings up a 3rd and long now for the Mountain Lions.
Big play here for the Seahawk defense. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Kirby looking now. Now 5 to go. Kirby gets the snap. He looks. Now looks. Still looks. Now he'll step up in the pocket. Great protection. Here comes a man up. He floats it to the back and breaking a tackle inside the 5. Diving to the end zone. Is he in? Maybe short at the 1. He is. Constant out of the backfield makes the play. It'll be 1st and goal, but there is a penalty down at the 25. I think this could be roughing the passer. And right on cue for that, Brian Flores will pick up the penalty. So the ball placed at the 1. They'll move it forward about maybe an inch or 2 for half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, and you look at this play here, and it's kind of an interesting thing is we got another flag coming. I think that's from the sideline. I think the Seahawks had enough of that. But Constant, he was out there on the flat route, and he just kind of stopped running and just kind of was standing around. Then all of a sudden the running back's running right at him, or the quarterback rather, and it's a little flip to him as he finds his way open. So, yeah, there is a unsportsmanlike conduct call on the bench.
So now they move the ball up 1 more inch after the
inches,
half the distance to the goal penalty. So ball was down at the 1. And then roughing the passer moved it up a couple of inches. Now an unsportsmanlike conduct moves that up a couple more inches. So De Anza knocking on the door here to extending the lead. As they'll go under the gun again. They've got the big defensive lineman, Malachi Anderson, in. And this time they'll give it to Constant, who follows everybody into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Mountain Lions will extend their lead on the 99-yard drive, capped off by Constant.
It's fitting, right? He's the one that got him off the 1-yard line. He picked up the 20-yard run to kind of set the drive up and got it going. Then he also caught the big pass, get him down to the 1-yard line, let him eat and get him the score down there. He was kind of the man of the drive for the Mountain Lions.
Now the extra point unit on. Castleman to snap, Diamond to hold. And on to kick the extra point, Armando Rodriguez. He's 2 for 2 so far this afternoon. Good snap, good hold, and that was blocked, and then it hits the crossbar. I don't know who got a hand on it, but it was definitely blocked.
And offsides by Cabrillo. So even when you do something right, things don't go right for you sometimes. And, hey, somebody was able to get a hand on it, but your partner is offsides and lines up offsides, and you got to just absolutely hate that if you're a Seahawk.
I think that one maybe came out a little low, but now the offense is going to come back on the field because now the ball's placed at the 2-yard or the 1-yard line now, or now it's the 2-yard line. As now you're going to go for 2 and try and get a couple points here.
Well, yeah, and I wouldn't be shocked to see him just hand the ball to Constant again out of that I formation.
So that is the exact formation they're in. They send the big defensive lineman White in motion as he's in that tight end spot. There's a snap they give to Constant, and he walks into the end zone, following a couple defensive linemen in there as the two-point conversion is good. As it looks like there's an injured Mountain Lion down on the field there, but trying to slowly get up, as now will get up as the officials are breaking up a little, talking between teams in the end zone. So this one getting a little chippy. 8:25 to go in the half. It's 22-3. De Anza's got the lead. The number 17th ranked Mountain Lions flexing their muscles here right now as they've got a 22-3 lead, but it looks like the whole team is huddled on the sideline. Maybe the coaching staff bringing up that little chippiness so far, because you don't want anybody kicked out for the first half of what could be your potential bowl game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing you can't get, right, is 2 personal fouls are ejected here today. You go to that championship bowl game, and you're missing the important players if you're De Anza.
And De Anza pretty lucky there that the play clock didn't run.
I know, I was sitting here, I'm like, that's got to be delayed game, right? I mean, geez, and then hasn't even started the play clock.
So De Anza looking to kick this thing away. Rodriguez again. Cameron Conley is back. We'll see exactly where they decide to kick this thing as they this time go to Seachin. Seachin looking to cut it up the field, and he is wrapped up as he crossed the 20-yard line. Marked him down at the 24, as that's where Cabrillo's drive will start. A good drive. Their last time out just stalled out once they crossed the 50-yard line. Couple of big plays as they used the play-action game to perfection. And with 8:18 to go, they did win the toss and took the football, so you would like to get some points here and hopefully not have De Anza double dip at the end of the half.
No, absolutely, and I'm all for slowing things down here, staying in the game plan. You've been able to run that boot pass, some kind of, a little bit of running the football here and there. Just stick to what your game plan was here in the first half.
Gomez gets the snap. He looks to roll out, and it looked like it was a screen, but just nothing there, and the pressure was all in his face. Good job by Gomez just to dirt that football and live to fight another down. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you had guys coming from the backside. Number 5 there, coming hard by the Mountain Lions from his defensive end position. It says, number 2. Skinner once again coming from him.
Already got 1 sack this afternoon from that DB spot. 10 to go on the play clock. Getting the snap, Gomez. This time they do run it. It's a pretty good gain there on 2nd down. Gain of 6. As Brady again will get the carry. As Von Brady's having a good first half.
And you got to keep the defense honest, right? Hey, you're going to line up in that 3-by-1 set. You're going to do things like that. You got to be able to just be like, hey, every now and then we got to run the football and get something positive at it, And that time they do. They get 5-6 yards. 3rd and 5 and is easier to pick up than, say, 3rd and 12.
3rd and manageable now for the Seahawks. De Anza looking to bring pressure. They only bring 4. Gomez rolls out. He throws over the middle. What a throw that was in the middle of the field. And making the catch and being brought down. Ryan Solario making the catch. The freshman and getting the first down up close towards midfield.
Yeah, that's that roll out to the left, stop, and throw it back across your body. Not usually a great idea, but able to float it just over the leaping linebacker, number 35 there for De Anza. Looked like he thought he was going to get himself an easy interception. That's Hosea Hopkins. But instead, picks up a first down due the Seahawks.
1st and 10 from the 48. There's the snap. The give up the middle. Looking is Breedy, and he'll be wrapped up and thrown forward for a gain of 2 as they'll get to the 50.
Mahe coming up with the tackle for the Mountain Lions. But again, that's just solid, play calling. Hey, you were able to throw for a first down. Now just try and go get a couple yards. You're not looking to maybe break a touchdown. Hey, just keep things going positively, and more importantly, keep the clock rolling.
Got to get some points here on this drive because this is like another good drive that they're moving the football. Just haven't been rewarded quite yet, and now they get a jump off sides. Let's see if Gomez knows that and just tries to fire it, as that one's incomplete. It actually went right into the hands of Solario, but penalty marker's down. This will bring up 2nd and about 2 or 3 after the penalty, as again, De Anza jumping off sides there. I think it was a defensive end there, Hawkins. So Hawkins jumps offside. Maybe you'd like to see Gomez see that flag and just fire it as far down the field as you can. As now on 2nd down, after the 5-yard penalty, will be 2nd and 3 here for the Seahawks. Brady in the backfield again. See if they give it to him here. There's a snap. They're rolling out the pocket to Gomez again. Sets the feet, fires in the flat. That's caught. And getting the first down, there was Espinoza as he crossed the 42-yard line, brought down at the 41 after a first down.
And again, another good job of just finding the guy in the flat, throw the ball there, get the first down, pick up the yardage you need, keep the clock rolling. Again, you get a chance to 4 more downs. It means rolling some more clock off and hopefully picking up another first down for the Seahawks and keeping the drive moving.
And it's like we mentioned in our open a little bit after that first drive. I mean, there's not a ton of bodies on the Seahawks sideline, so any extra time you can give your defense after that big 99-yard drive helps them immensely, as there's another shotgun snap and a run up the middle. This is another good run on first down. Gain of 3, maybe 4. As that was Cruz Ferris on the carry. That's a little bit of change of pace there, more of a speed back from Von Brady.
Yeah, wide receiver by trait, right? I mean, that's what is listed on the roster, and we've seen him have a big day a couple weeks ago against Chabot, rather. But coming in and playing that change up back for the Seahawks, picking up a couple of yards there on first down.
2nd and 7. Snap, Gomez looking for a screen. He throws into trouble, and was that intercepted? Yes. Was it? Yes, it was. It was picked off. Desmond Sampson on the pick. Looked like Gomez was maybe just trying to dirt that ball, but just threw it into trouble, and it was intercepted by Sampson, and another Seahawks drive comes to a stopping halt.
Yeah, absolutely, and Sampson comes up with the big play there again. Second time Cabrillo's had a drive that's been positive and hasn't come away with anything. Last time it was a punt, went down to the 1-yard line, which still, we talked about, a kick is a positive play. But
self-inflicted. The last drive, it was a sack. This drive, the interception. As at the 35-yard line will be where De Anza starts this drive and looking to really grasp control of this football game if they can get some points before they get the ball to start that second half. There's the snap. Kirby looking. He wants to take a shot down the field. Now he'll step up, looking to wiggle his way out of trouble. Still looking downfield. Now we'll throw. The arm is hit. Is that ball loose? Seahawks pick it up just to be sure, but they'll rule an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and that was an interesting play. I mean, he was going forward, backwards, side to side, and then all of a sudden just gets blasted from the backside by number 4 for the Seahawks, Jimenez, that edge rusher, coming up and finally finding a way to the quarterback. I thought he had him a couple times in his sights, and then finally gets a hit on him there right as it's let's go with the football.
The Seahawks have been able to get some pressure in the backfield. It's just been Kirby using his legs. As there's a snap, toss play out to Constant. Let's see if he can get the edge. He does. He's got the first down and more, and then is pushed out of bounds, and then pushed out of bounds way later. No flag came out, and now there's a flag that comes out, but this is well after the play. I think the flag came out after the Cabrillo player was coming back towards the field. This could be on Anza on the sideline. We'll have to hear from Paul Capana, the official wearing the mic today.
It is against Anza.
So I think they're going to call it on Jacob Lang, the defensive back, who was on the sideline there.
So
back him up.
First down and 10.
So 1st and 10.
Yep, 1st and 10 because they got the first down, then you get the penalty, so it's just resetting. Basically, you lose 2 yards, and it's still first down.
Right. So this will be at the 33-yard line now. 4:05 to go in the opening half of play. So again, that chippiness we talked about. There's a snap just dunking out to the outside, trying to get it to Butler. He breaks a tackle. He gets 9 yards on first down. And now
more flags.
There's more flags, but then there's also an injured Mountain Lion down on the field. That's Kendall Bowens, the offensive lineman, the freshman from Mary Montgomery in Alabama. He's down on the field, and we'll take a break as more jawing continues to happen. So
whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
So bounced up and now running off the field there. Good sight to see. It's Kendall Bowens, as there was actually no flag on the play, just the injured player. As it'll be 2nd and 1 as we approach that 2-minute timeout. There's a snap from Kirby. Again, just throws it out to Butler this time, trying to break tackles. He still on his feet, and then he is hammered in the secondary. Elijah Velez from that safety spot laid a big shot there on Butler as he was spinning away. Now, is there more penalties? Oh, no. Okay,
more talking.
Just setting up the chains again.
Lots of vocalness between the two teams. It's officials letting them kind of get away with it right now. We'll see if they kind of tighten that up in the second half.
As Butler crossed the 50, there's the snap. They give to Constant. He's trying to bounce it. He's got nowhere to go, but breaks a couple of tackles, and then he's brought down after the short gain there by Velez. So Velez makes the tackle on Constant after he gains 1 yard when it looked like he was going to lose 3 or 4.
Yeah, Jimenez had him dead to rights in the backfield and then just was unable to bring him down.
Kirby looking to go deep, and he is wrapped up and brought down in the backfield for the first sack of the afternoon. This one is Brian Flores.
Flores came in and just comes flying in and spider monkeys on him and gets him down. As you see here, right here, just, I'm going to grab you, and you're coming with me.
So he got up in the air on the pump fake, but lands back down on the quarterback. So Flores picks up the first sack of the afternoon for the Seahawks, and that backs up Anza to a 3rd and 14 here. Definitely 2-down territory if we know the coaching staff here as they're running this thing down. They don't need to snap it to get to the 2-minute timeout, and they will not. And that will get us to that 2-minute timeout. So Anza will have a 3rd and long when we come back to wrap up the second half.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice. And she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
De Anza 3rd and long now, 3rd and 14 out of the 2-minute timeout. They've got a pair of timeouts remaining. Kirby gets a snap. He looks. He'll throw, and that one's caught. And Butler's got the first down, and he's got more down the sideline. Cuts it inside at the 15. Cuts it inside at the 5. Wrapped up and brought down inside the 5 for the first down and goal.
Butler, we've seen him have the ball in his hands on special teams and making big plays this time. Catches the pass and goes down the sideline in a flash, and then, whoop, get away from me. Spin out of that tackle and down inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Mountain Lions. Plenty of time left on the clock. 1:30 and counting.
Just what the doctor ordered there on 3rd and long from De Anza. There's a snap. Constant up the middle. He reaches the ball out, and he is into the end zone for a De Anza touchdown. And now the Mountain Lions really grasping control of this football game with $1:24 to go in the half. As we've seen them too as well. If they get a couple of stops here, they'll use the timeout to try and get the ball back before the end of the half, and they'll try and score one more time.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, like you said, that's the danger here. If you're Cabrillo, right, you got to get the ball back and get a couple first downs. And otherwise, De Anza will definitely look to get the ball foot back again here in the first half, score, and then get the ball to start the second half.
Definitely think that you want to run the ball on first down just to see if De Anza will use those timeouts. As again, Rodriguez on to kick the extra point. He had one blocked earlier, but was called back for an offside. This one is end over end and perfect. 29-3. De Anza's got the lead over the Seahawks as the defense looking to get a stop.
It's the Good Guys 35th Fuel Curve Autumn Get-Together. Over 2,500 American-made and powered show cars and trucks. A huge swap meet, Fender Midway Family Fun Zone, live music, and more. November 8th and 9th at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. Sales at good-guys.com.
After the touchdown drive, as they turn the interception into 7 points. As we'll see what this Seahawks offense will come out and do here for this final drive of the first half. They've moved the ball pretty well. They just haven't been able to capitalize in the end. They've really stalled out once they reach that 40-yard line in De Anza territory, despite the big play on the opening drive that got them inside the 5, which resulted in that field goal. Rodriguez booms this one away, as this one is caught at about the 5-yard line, looking for a lane, and he is swallowed up as he reaches the 20-yard line. A huge hit by Mexicano Rodriguez, and now a helmet is ripped off, and now some jawing going on here. Look out. Artis Gathers is a De Anza Mountain Lion who's upset, and then Cameron Conley was again in the mix as well for the Seahawks.
And so the penalty only on the Seahawks, no penalty against De Anza. So
yeah, it was the takedown, ripping off the helmet for sure. That I would say would draw the flag 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, 11 out of 10, yeah.
So now the Seahawks are in a really tough spot with this ball being inside the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 11 here. As now if you're D'Anza, you really want to try and get greedy here because with your punt return game, you can definitely get this. And now the ball's out, and it's going to be a scoop and score! Picking it up and rumbling into the end zone was Lamar Heath. And why need the offense back on the field when the defense can take 6 into the end zone?
Absolutely, right. Hey, why worry about that? Just little safe handoff, boom. Strip by, I believe it was 99 that stripped it.
Yeah,
Martinez.
Jaden White was in there. He got the ball out and then was picked up by Heath, who don't think he'll have an easier touchdown than that one. He just picks it up and walks in from 8 yards out.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we talked about, things snowballing against Cabrillo. And, I mean, you're still in the same situation. 110. Don't think you're out of the woods yet because D'Anza still got 3 timeouts. They could force you to turn the ball over again or go 3 and out and get the ball back.
As, again, Rodriguez on to kick the extra point, and it is up, and it is good. So now, after the penalty that backed them up inside their own 15-yard line from 1st and 10 from the 22. Then it was 1st and 10 from the 11. And then it ended up one play, a strip and into the end zone. Goes D'Anza, and they lead 36-3 now. And still, just like you said, it could still snowball with D'Anza having a pair of timeouts left. As you can see, though, Cabrillo did do what we were talking about. You run it on 1st down, see if they're going to use the timeouts, but they just forgot the football in the process.
You can't lose the ball, right? I mean, that's the way it works. Gotta take that with you.
So the Mountain Lions again will kick this thing away, leading 36-3 with a minute 10 to go. As a late man getting on the field for the Seahawks in the return unit. This one's caught at the 5, breaking one tackle and then swallowed up, diving. And now more bodies being thrown around after the whistle. But nothing too egregious this time out, as it'll be 1st and 10 from the 18 for the Seahawks to start this drive.
Yep, and if you're Cabrillo, you're in the danger zone, right? You got to, like we talked about, you got to be careful. You got to go get some positive yards because this could really get out of hand quickly.
18-yard line. 1st and 10
Connolly still jawing with somebody and the officials. Anybody to listen to him on the way back to the
Right.
sideline.
As we'll see what the Seahawks do offensively here. Wouldn't be surprised if they just turned and give it to Brady. There's a snap. They'll roll out Gomez. He'll throw, and it's almost intercepted. I'm not exactly sure who he was looking to throw. I don't know who the intended target was there, but there'd almost make the pick was just Siri Harvey.
The intended target was Harvey because he's the only person in the area. I mean, that was absolute disaster written all over it. For all that he's done right today, and I know it's a first start, and he's come in and trying to be put in a difficult situation. That one, absolutely not one of those that's going on the highlight film.
Joe D'Agostino, the head coach of D'Anza, he's sitting tight to the official's hip over there.
Now, hey, he didn't have to use a timeout
exactly. So we'll see if maybe they run the ball here and try, and now we've got a delay a game penalty.
Things are just
spiraling out of control. Now, if they would have ran it on that 1st down, probably the delay game wouldn't have been that big of a deal because the clock would have been running, or even if D'Anza used one of their 2 timeouts, you can still get out of the half. As there's a snap. Now there's the run. Brought down after the short game, and there is that Mountain Lion timeout. So it'll be 3rd and long after the timeout as assuming they use it here on the third down as well, which if you're Cabrillo, you gotta make them run. You gotta run the ball and make them use that final timeout. You can't let the offense have one timeout with what could be a short field.
No, absolutely. I mean, and you got to use them. Got to force them to use it. There's ways to stop the clock on offense. You practice that all the time, but I mean, even with a good punt, you're looking to get the ball probably around midfield. And who knows? I mean, you got those two return guys back there.
Exactly.
You know, Butler and Weaver, they're going to take it to the house.
Inches close to blocking one even earlier, too, on the one that was down inside the one. So
I mean, your special teams, you know, saying, hey, we want to get on the action. We haven't scored today yet, which is unusual. So, you know, they're looking to make a big play here on sophomore night, too. So
we'll see what the play call is here on third.
Something safe,
and
12. I would assume. I'm all for just turn around, hand it to your guy on the sidecar there, and make them use a timeout.
As we'll see Gomez, he'll get the snap, and it will be a give right up the gut, and a good tackle there, and there is the final timeout. As Brady was tackled there and wrapped up by the first man who hit him. It was Hopkins from his linebacker spot. And now the punt unit will make its way on the field.
Yeah, so now you got to make sure you get the ball out. If you're Cabrillo and you're the kicker, Garcia Martinez, you have to make sure that you get this football away. Don't get it blocked. That would be the ideally worst case scenario.
And there's nothing wrong with kicking this thing out of bounds and keeping
it
away from Chris Butler.
Absolutely. Keep it away from both those return guys that I'm sure are going to be back there, Butler and Weber. I don't want any part of them. If you're looking for a positive here, they're looking right into the sun or the return guys, so
right.
Makes it a little harder to catch the football, but still.
It looks like De Anza, they're setting up a return here. It doesn't look like they're going to come after this one. As just one man rushing. Now it's on the rugby-style boot, trying to make sure his men can get down there, which is pretty smart idea there from Cabrillo. And then you let this roll out. And a good kick and a good play call there, as if they're not going to rush, roll out and take as much time as you can. And don't let them return that. So a wobbler, but a good
the
hop
problem
and
there,
roll.
though, is you still have number 4 on your sideline, right? I mean, hey, right can make all the difference here on a big ball down the sideline. Something that I'd be definitely looking at if I was Cabrillo is find number 4 and put 2, 3, 4 guys on the coverage of him. Maybe, grab him and pull him down and then be like, hey, you can't beat us over the top.
31 seconds to go. No timeouts for De Anza as there's a snap. Kirby steps up. He'll dump it off to the back and breaking a tackle, spinning away. At least needing to get out of bounds as the back, which he does just that. Good effort there from Isaiah Addison just to get out of bounds, but 10 seconds rolls off the clock after just a short gain of 5.
Yeah, Cabrillo will take that, right? Hey, they'll trade 5 yards for 10 seconds off the clock every time, right? You got to get a chunk play here if you're De Anza, because the clock will stop momentarily to set the chains. You can get up there and kill it. You're looking for something, 20, 30 yards down the field, give you a chance to throw the football into the end zone, worst case scenario, at the end of the half for a Hail Mary type of situation.
And trying to get the ball into field goal range is quite a long ways. The long for Rodriguez this season is 29 yards, but we've seen him be good from about 35. As there's a throw down the field to a wide open man and being caught and tackled is Isaiah Addison. And, now you're right back in field goal range there, but now you got to hurry because he did not get out of bounds. 13 seconds to go. Maybe a spike it in one shot to the end zone if you can here, as now they'll roll the clock. And they're taking lots of time, and now that one was almost intercepted.
Yeah, got to love the effort there by number 22, DJ Gomez, from his linebacker position. He knew what was coming, and he said, hey, I'm going to try and jump in there and catch the spike.
This went between the legs of one of the linemen, I would think, because that hit him in the hands. That was almost intercepted.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great effort there. And like you said, now 7 seconds. You might have 2 shots into the end zone here if you throw like a fade ball quickly. But if you hold on to it at all, it's going to be 1 shot, most likely into the end zone.
Maybe a quick out route, just try and get a couple more yards for a field goal, or do you think getting the ball out of the second half,
yeah,
you take the shot?
I think you're going to the end zone here. And
as Kirby gets the snap, he looks. It is everyone going to the end zone, and the ball came out. Down it goes. It's on the turf. It's still loose. It'll be grabbed by the Seahawks. They'll get the turnover, and that will end the half, as now the Mountain Lions come up with no points on that drive, as they will get the football to start the second half. As now there's more pushing and shoving before we get to the break. 36-3, De Anza in full control this one. They'll receive the kick in the second half, as we will have the second half and more coming up after these messages. You're watching De Anza College Football here on NorCal Sports TV.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program's pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
Honestly, coming to De Anza, I wouldn't have asked for help. I would try to like do things on my own and make a way, but I found out like actually reaching out to your resources will definitely help me in the long run.
The calculators, the scientific calculators that they provide are the best because those are very expensive, as well as the iPads and computers that we can rent over there are really good, and the hotspot as well that we have really helps overall.
Financial aid helped me by ways though. It helped me buy my hygiene stuff, get some food, and help me pay for all books. Everything I need, like school-wise, financial aid was able to cover that.
It's a place to get away from all the distractions that surround being a student-athlete, get to focus on my work. It's just that safe haven.
Those mental health check-ins that we have every Thursday, I found it really helpful, because now it's like, I'm not trying to sound corny, but it's like I feel it's like a safe place other than the football field where I could just like listen to someone, or where they even like give us a spot to go to when we need help and stuff.
We won't know everybody's backstory. We won't know what they did before they got here, what they're gonna do next. But everybody that come here, not in the same situations. Some people come to California for school and they start off homeless. With 12 you being open from 9 to 8, that's a good place to be, relax, chill, eat while watching TV, do homework, until you gotta leave out and go face reality later on. But still, fast helps a lot, a lot.
of my mom's kids, I'm the first to graduate college. Now I got my godsons talking about like, oh, I'm gonna get a master's and I'm gonna get this. I want to set the example of, you know, that anybody can make a change. Education is important and that they should pursue education. And also for other, you know, kids that are maybe in the crowd that have family members like me, or maybe they grew up the way that I grew up, and just show them that, hey, you know, we can all do this. This is not just for a specific demographic. Everybody's welcome at school.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
Honestly, coming to Anza, I wouldn't have asked for help. I would try to like do things on my own and make a way, but I found out like actually reaching out to your resources will definitely help me in the long run.
The calculators, the scientific calculators that they provide are the best because those are very expensive, as well as the iPads and computers that we can rent over there are really good, and the hotspot as well that we have really helps overall.
Financial aid helped me buy ways though. It helped me buy my hygiene stuff, get some food, and help me pay for all books. Everything I need, like school-wise, financial aid was able to cover that.
It's a place to get away from all the distractions that surround being a student athlete, get to focus on my work. It's just that safe haven.
Those mental health check-ins that we have every Thursday, I found it really helpful because now it's like, I'm not trying to sound corny, but it's like I feel it's like a safe place other than the football field where I can just like listen to someone, or where they even like give us a spot to go to when we need help and stuff.
We won't know everybody's backstory. We won't know what they did before they got here, what they're gonna do next. But everybody that come here, not in the same situations. Some people come to California for school and they start off homeless. With 12 you being open from 9 to 8, that's a good place to be, relax, chill, eat, while watching TV, do homework, until you gotta leave out and go face reality later on. But still, FAST helps a lot, a lot.
out of my mom's kids, I'm the first to graduate college. Now I got my godsons talking about like, oh, I'm gonna get a master's and I'm gonna get this. I want to set the example of, you know, that anybody can make a change. Education is important and that they should pursue education. And also for other, you know, kids that are maybe in the crowd that have family members like me, or maybe they grew up the way that I grew up, and just show them that, hey, you know, we can all do this. This is not just for a specific demographic. Everybody's welcome at school.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209, or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice. And she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
Honestly, coming to De Anza, I wouldn't have asked for help. I would try to like do things on my own and make a way, but I found out like actually reaching out to your resources will definitely help me in the long run.
The calculators, the scientific calculators that they provide are the best because those are very expensive, as well as the iPads and computers that we can rent over there are really good, and the hotspot as well that we have really helps overall.
Financially, it helped me by ways though. It helped me buy my hygiene stuff, get some food, and help me pay for all books. Everything I need, like school-wise, financially, we was able to cover that.
It's a place to get away from all the distractions that surround being a student athlete, get to focus on my work. It's just that safe haven.
Those mental health check-ins that we have every Thursday, I found it really helpful. Because now it's like, I'm not trying to sound corny, but it's like, I feel it's like a safe place other than the football field where I can just like listen to someone, or where they even like give us a spot to go to when we need help and stuff.
We won't know everybody's backstory. We won't know what they did before they got here, what they're gonna do next. But everybody that come here, not in the same situations. Some people come to California for school and they start off homeless. With 12 you being open from 9 to 8, that's a good place to be, relax, chill, eat, while watching TV, do homework, until you gotta leave out and go face reality later on. But still, FAST helps a lot.
Here we go. Start of the second half. We welcome you back to De Anza College. Dominic Carriel with you with my partner, Jeremy Hurtado, as that kick will roll out of bounds, and De Anza will start at the 35-yard line.
No, they're going to make him re-kick it.
Oh, you think?
I do. I believe they're going to make him re-kick it, and they're going to say, we want our return guys to have a chance to make an explosive play here to start the second half. And
I guess why not?
Absolutely, right? I mean, I think more teams should do this, honestly, because, hey, you got that kickoff team that goes down there and they run full speed, right? Your return guys, they're standing in the spot waiting for guys to come at you. They run 45, 50 yards, full speed, the ball goes out of bounds. Let's make them re-kick it and see if they can take advantages of it if you're a return team.
Make them re-kick it, and pretty much the story of that first half was the second quarter is really when De Anza took control of it and blew it open, got a turnover, scored, had a 99-yard drive, scored, got a scoop and score on defense, as now they'll pooch kick this one. This one's heading out of bounds too.
And I'd do it again, make them kick it again. Just keep moving them back 5. We got a big hit on the sideline there. Yeah, again, they're going to say, hey, kick it again.
We heard the officials talking to the coaches at halftime about the chippiness of the football game, and you saw that big hit over at the De Anza bench, and the bench let them hear about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, like I said, this is – so there's a lot of things going on, right? JC football, I mean, I heard some parents talking to the Cabrillo players and just saying, hey, listen, this could be the last 2 quarters of football you ever play in your life. Go out here and play. See what happens. Don't worry about the score. You know, make some hits, do something positive, you know, and have fun. And, I mean, you think about that, and it's true. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a freshman or sophomore. You don't know what's going to happen next year. You may not play ever again. So you get a chance to go out here and play another game, and that's you know, kind of what you're playing for right now if you're Cabrillo. And De Anza, we talked about it. You got to be smart and not get kicked out, because you get kicked out, now you're out for the first half of the next game.
As now Butler will get it at the 15. Butler, he's going to turn the corner, and look out. Chris Butler down the sideline, and he is dragged down by the face mask on the 40-yard line, but I guess how else are you going to bring him down? Elijah Velez will pick up the penalty, and this will be brought to the 25-yard line after the penalty. Good return there from Butler as he was dragged down at the 40, but the face mask penalty.
Yeah, and that's why you force them to re-kick it a couple times, right? You want your guys to get that chance to make a play. Okay, not only for the game, right, but you want to have them, again, we're talking about JC football, you want to have a little bit more film. You want more film on those big returns to try and show a team, hey, I can be, you know, a receiver. I can come out and play special teams for you. So it's one of those things where you're trying to be, you know, versatile and show that. And Butler gets a chance there to say, hey, look, here's another one to add to the highlight film. I didn't take it to the house, but I made another big play for my team.
As now the ball will start at the 25-yard line. Great field position here for De Anza as they look to punch it in. And we'll see if they maybe try and take a shot first play. Kirby throws. This one's caught underneath. And a good substantial gain on first down as Teron nicks with the grab and a gain of 5 on the play.
Yeah, and for De Anza, I look to them have maybe 1 possession, maybe 2 with the starters in, and then some of the guys that don't get a lot of chance to play kind of get the chance to see the field today, especially since it's sophomore day.
Yep.
You know, and get some guys in the reps. I know they got a couple guys in last week. They had 3 different quarterbacks play last week against Merced. But, you know, you get a chance to get some of those guys in and again, get some film, get some opportunity to show what you can do.
As again, 1 second on the play clock. Kirby looks, blitz coming. He steps up in the pocket, now scrambles, and he's brought down by his face mask again. So another face mask penalty, and it looks like it'll be Elijah Velez one more time.
And that's another reason why you get the starters out too, right? I mean, you talk about running the score up and getting other guys other opportunities, but De Anza, you got a game next week or 2 weeks from now that's important, more important than maybe the second half of this game, right? You get a chance to go finish off a championship bowl game. You don't want your starters hurt. You don't want those guys that take most of the reps to kind of keep getting banged up.
And we've seen Akeem Wright already banged up in this one, so we'll see. Maybe just, I don't even know if playing the whole third quarter, maybe just this first.
No, I kind of heard maybe a couple drives. I'm just saying, I kind of heard that maybe from somewhere. We'll see how accurate that is, because I know coaches always have these plans of, oh yeah, we're only going to do this, and then all of a sudden you get into the game, and all of a sudden you look up and you're like, oh, it's the fourth quarter already. Crap, I didn't get them in.
Kirby to Wright! Oh my goodness, Akeem Wright, are you kidding me? Touchdown De Anza, and into the Akeem Wright show. What a grab from Akeem Wright. Maybe a good way to end your afternoon, I'd say.
Right? I think that's enough, right? You're done, right? Go sit down, take the helmet off, take the shoulder pads off, relax. Boom, there it is. Great job by our camera people picking that up in the end zone there.
Great throw, actually, too. Just outstretched, but making sure that if Akeem Wright's not going to catch it, it'll fall harmlessly incomplete. But you know that he's going to catch it.
Absolutely. I mean, that huge catch radius and then just going up with one hand and getting it.
Rodriguez, his extra point is up and good. So the penalties on the kickoff gives great field position to the Mountain Lions, and they march it into the end zone and will make it a 43-3 lead.
It's the Good Guys 35th Fuel Curve Autumn Get-Together. Over 2,500 American-made and powered show cars and trucks. A huge swap meet, Fender Midway Family Fun Zone, live music, and more. November 8th and 9th at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. Details at good-guys.com. It's the Good Guys 35th Fuel Curve Autumn Get-Together. Over 2,500 American-made and powered show cars and trucks. A huge swap meet, Fender Midway Family Fun Zone, live music, and more. November 8th and 9th at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. Details at good-guys.com.
Out after the touchdown, Akeem Wright just absolutely spectacular on that play. Kirby picks up another touchdown pass.
I don't know. For him, yeah, judging on his scale, it's okay. It's just another catch, right?
I was going to say, you've got more game experience than I have, so maybe that's not the best one that you've seen.
It's right up there, I'm not going to lie.
As Connolly will get the return for the first time, and he is wrapped up and hit at the 25-yard line. Good tackle and coverage there by Mexicano Rodriguez.
So now we talked about it, the aspect here of Cabrillo, right? You're down 43-3, 40-point game here, start of the second half, basically. You got to go out there and just do your job and play. The problem with football is there's no, oh, hey, the game's over, we're going to wave the white flag, because that's when people get hurt. So you got to go out there and you got to execute and you got to play and you got to try and do your job and just keep the clock rolling. If you're the offense coordinator, think about keeping the ball in bounds.
And it's really not like the offense hasn't been able to move the ball. They've gotten into De Anza territory more than a couple of times, and they just stall out once they get there, and it's self-inflicted wounds with a sack, a penalty, an interception even. It's just...
Yeah, and Dejon Skinner been everywhere. He's got the interception, sack. Now that big play there. I mean, he's had a heck of an afternoon here for the Mountain Lions. A sophomore coming out and playing out of Owings Mills, Maryland. Long way from home. He's making it count and coming out here and playing for De Anza.
Cabrillo using every second of the play clock here. There's a snap, another give, and there's Rue Bottom there to make the tackle.
It's Rue, right? I mean,
exactly.
That guy, as a defensive lineman, just has a motor. And
coming from the opposite side, chasing down the runner as well. Great tackle, a loss of one, and that'll bring up now 3rd and 11, after the loss of one.
Another Maryland guy coming out here to De Anza and playing big for the Mountain Lions all year long, but specifically today too. I mean, just coming out here and doing work from that defensive end position.
And at 6'3", 270, he's big enough to play interior as well. There's a snap and the give. It's just a run right up the middle. Fighting is Brady. He's now brought down after a gain of 3, maybe 4. Whistles blowing. And now the punt unit will make its way on the field for the Seahawks after they go 3 and out on their opening possession.
Yeah, and he ran right into the arms of Jaden White out of River Valley High School in Yuba City. Again, another sophomore coming out here playing. Got recognized before the game, and this defensive line for the Mountain Lions just stout all the way across the line. Malachi Anderson also out there on defensive line for them, I know. He gets a lot of playing time down inside, so huge defensive line that's very active and very, very good.
Good high-arcing punt. More battles going on as that one will be dead at the 32-yard line. As now it looks like behind the play there's an injured Anza College player, and maybe something after the play? I'm not exactly sure. Trying to get up. I don't quite have a number.
No, I don't know.
But with the injured player down, we will take a break. It'll be Anza football when we come back.
It's the Good Guys 35th Fuel Curve Autumn Get-Together. Over 2,500 American-made and powered show cars and trucks. A huge swap meet, Fender Midway Family Fun Zone, live music, and more. November 8th and 9th at the Alameda County Fairgrounds. Details at good-guys.com.
Caleb Richardson was the Anza player down, and he got up and jogged off the field.
I think he got hit in the area that's not really meant to get hit.
Below
on
the
a
belt.
Football field, yeah.
As there's a snap, it's a run right up the gut, and look out, Terrain spinning away, fighting for extra yards, and he's brought down across the 45-yard line up to the 47, make it the 48. Good gain on first down.
And lost in all the offense that Anza puts up, through the air and all that is Terrain, a big running back that has some wiggle and able to make some guys miss and make plays like that. And short stature, just one of those solid bowling ball type running backs that are hard to bring down for the defensive guys.
1st and 10 now for the Mountain Lion offense as they send a man in motion, give it back to Terrain. He fights right up the middle and threw it into the secondary, spins away from another tackle, and carries another man across the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Point proven, right? I mean, that's exactly what we were just talking about. He is a load to bring down, 5'8", 210. I don't know about 210. I think he's probably a little more, maybe a little closer to 215.
Right.
Okay, just looking at him.
He's got some juice in him, though.
But absolutely. I mean, he can make some plays.
They dump it out to Rock now on the outside. He gets a block. He's got the first down. Down the sideline, tight roping, but can't stay in before he reaches the end zone. He will be inside the 10. Looks like they've got him marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Anza.
Teron Nix out there just laying a great block from his wide receiver position, and Rock going over there and dapping him up. Gotta love that, right? Hey, you out there blocking for your guys. It's 43-3. Everybody wants to get in the end zone, right? But you're out there doing the work and then making the play, helping your guy try and get down and score. Gotta love that. Great teammate.
Breaking the huddle at 10 seconds now.
Give the ball to Terrain here.
Yeah, have to.
Right? I mean, you got to.
And are they going to have to burn a timeout here? 1 second on the play clock. They just get it off.
No, they don't get it off.
But now it's a false start. Yep. So that was on Akeem Wright. And it'll make it 1st and goal from the 10.
I still give the ball to Terrain. I don't care.
Right.
Give him a chance to go get it, right? I mean, it's 43-3. Gotta look at who do you want to score, kind of thing, right? I mean, it's like
you can dump it out to Wright again, see if he's got another highlight in his
I don't
bag.
think you got to go to right. I think if you're going to go throw it, I can go to Rock or Nix.
Kirby looks. He throws to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Teron Nix on the out route for the score.
And I love that, right? And then we talked about it, right? You get to who did the block. He was the one that did the dirty work on the play before, sets the play up down inside there. And there's a saying, hey, no block, no rock. You get to go get the block. You get a chance to make the play, and now you go get a chance to score the touchdown. Love that decision-making and play calling to get him the touchdown there. Like I said, you pretty much pick who you want to give it to, right? I mean,
extra point away from half 100 in this one for Anza. And that's something that we've said quite a few times, that this extra point just tucks in that right upright, and it is good. 50-3. Anza's got the lead.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later.
Again, Rodriguez ready to kick it away. 50-3. Anza's got the lead. It's the third time reaching the half the century mark as breaking away. And now there's a flag, so this one could be coming back after one of the best plays from the Seahawks this afternoon. But with the flag down, this one could be coming back.
Jamie Martino on the tackle there. And, I mean, yeah, I don't know what the flag is yet. Haven't seen a preliminary hold, but of course the black and the black on the kickoff team, our kick return team. That's the kind of the standard, right?
So after the big return from Conley, it'll be all the way back, and I think the penalty yardage will put them inside their own 20-yard line here.
Yeah.
As they'll mark it at the 17. And we'll see what this offense, they just ran it 3 straight times on their last drive on the 3 and out. We'll see if they get back to that bootleg game as they had in that second and first quarter.
Yeah, because if you just run the ball 3 times, it's going to be a long afternoon for your defense.
There's the rollout. They throw, and that's Brady on the catch. He breaks 1 tackle and gets up to about the 25-yard line. Good gain on first down. And a gain of 7, so it'll be 2nd and 3.
Right, and a good job there by Ryan Solario. He's the receiver that was out there, and he had a chance to come back and lay a block, and he goes, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to let it go, and made the guy just run around him. And so instead of giving up the penalty yards, gets a chance for the Seahawks to pick up 8 on first down. And those ones are so hard, right, because your DB or your receiver, you see that DB just – not seeing it, not looking, and you had a chance to just lay him out, but you know that's going to be a penalty.
There's a snap, and they gave and look out in the backfield. It was Rubottom was there, and a slew of other gold jerseys were there as well.
Jaleel Hawkins, the defensive lineman I didn't mention earlier when I was talking about the D-line for the Mountain Lions coming up, and he almost makes the handoff. Big loss there.
So even after the good gain on first down, you're still in 3rd and manageable here at 3rd and 5 or 3rd and a long 4 as they go pistol formation now here with Gomez. Gets the snap, play action, Rubottom is right in his face. It gets out to Breedy, and he is hammered from the defensive back spot there on the huge hit. It was Richardson on the tackle.
Absolutely. Richardson comes up from that DB position. He falls off and just absolutely blasts the running back for the Seahawks. And Seahawk receiver not real excited about that play.
As yet another 3 and out for the Seahawks here, as again, back to return the punt is Weber and Butler. Let's see who Garcia Martinez decides this time, as he kind of lets his men get down there. This one will fall in between the both of them, but it'll be grabbed by Butler at the 35. He spins back to the 30, looking to break tackles. He's way back now at the 20, in serious trouble. Spins away again. He's still on his feet. Oh, my goodness, are you kidding me? Chris Butler spinning away, and he's down at the 45. That's where he picked up the punt, didn't he? So basically ran about 70 yards to maybe pick up no gain.
He picked it up about the 30.
Unbelievable.
Goodness, he ran about 110
It's a highlight
yards
reel.
to get maybe 12 on the return, but still, I mean, that's that shiftiness and the wiggle that we talked about that's just hard to bring down for those DBs, and they're playing on the special teams unit.
He ran back to the 20. So he ran back to the 20. It's now in at quarterback is Jairo Diamond, as now we'll see maybe that rotation that we saw against Merced, as Diamond, the sophomore quarterback, takes the snap, and he will give it off to Addison, who picks his way forward across the 50-yard line down to the 48, and a good run on first down.
Yeah, Wright's still out there playing receiver, though, and now this is what you don't want to see, right? Another offensive lineman going down for De Anza.
I think it's Chase DeSantis is the right tackle who's down on the field, and it looks like we will take a break with De Anza up big. So now slowly getting helped up is Chase DeSantis, the sophomore, the tackle from Valley Christian. He's 6'6", 330. I'm sure he's getting some good offers to look at that size, especially with how quickly this offense likes to work, as he is slowly getting helped off the field.
Yeah, that's one of those positions. Like, you have probably 15 wide receivers and
right.
3 to 5 running backs and 3 quarterbacks, but offensive linemen, you really don't usually have a bunch of those. You have like maybe 5, 7. Obviously 5 to start, but you usually have like 3 or 4 backups and then a couple other guys that are kind of developmental guys that you're going to put in there. So you can't really afford to lose those guys, especially when it's 50 to 3.
So DeSantis gets helped off, didn't put a lot of weight on that right ankle, as trying to get the number who's coming in, as it's Kendall Bowens is now in at that right tackle position. There's the snap and the give from Diamond to Addison. He breaks free into the secondary, spins away from more tackles, and he'll get down to about the 30, somehow still on his feet, and gets across the 30-yard line and down to the 28. Looked like he was wrapped up at the 30 and somehow got a couple more yards.
Yeah, it's Cabrillo trying to strip the football instead of being real excited about making a tackle. Sometimes that'll happen when you're trying to get the ball out and you just can't do anything about it. And you got Cabrillo players on the sideline here taking pictures with their family.
So we have Jairo Diamond in at quarterback. What we saw against Merced was it was series by series, with Brandon Arceo was the other quarterback, the freshman that would come in, and they would flip-flop series, which is something that you like to see. As Diamond now gets the snap, and he'll dump it out to the outside to Rock on the outside. He hurdles a man down the sideline, but can't stay in bounds. Looks like everybody in gold wants to make a highlight reel play here this afternoon.
I mean, yeah, that's what you're looking for, right? I mean, you're looking for some way to get in the end zone. Like I said, you still got some starting receivers out there. Rock out there. You got Wright out there. Butler playing some receiver right now. So, I mean, you still got some of those top-tier receivers, even though you may have a starting or backup running back and quarterback in the game.
And we saw this against Merced, too. Just because the backup quarterback is in the game, the play call is not going to change. As Diamond looking to fight for yards on the read option, he picks up the first down after the gain of 5. And down, and now there's a fight in the end zone here, or at least I see a helmet ripped off.
Yeah, and this is what you want to stay away from, especially if you're De Anza, right? You know you have something to play for coming up, and you can't get ejected. You can't get those stupid penalties even though, Cabrillo, they have nothing to play for next week. Okay, if you get suspended and you're ejected and you're out in the first game of next year, what is that going to really affect, right? I mean, that doesn't affect anything for the Seahawks. But Cabrillo.
So it was Cabet Young, the guard on that starting offensive line. He was in the mix. And then Elijah Velez was also in the mix as well.
We've seen him a couple times be a little bit of.
So,
DeFilippis.
Yeah, Carson DeFilippis is the one who's called for the penalty.
Get in a little bit earlier this year, or game 2. So
a pair of unsportsmanlike.
I understand it. Hey, you're up. You're down 50-3, right? And these guys are out here just doing whatever they want basically to you. It gets a little frustrating if you're a defensive player, and sometimes it's hard to kind of keep your composure, but. Still, that's one of those things you just got to kind of say, hey, look, if I have that much energy after the play, I should be making a play during the play.
Well, 1st and 10, Butler in motion. Usually they may swing it out to him. Diamond, he'll look for the end zone, throwing to the back of the end zone, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there on the play. Thought maybe was there no flag. I'm just assuming everything.
There should have been. There absolutely should have been because Jordan Renteria, he was all over the receiver for De Anza out there. No flag, and the De Anza receiver gathers was just like, hey, what is going on here? You want to wear the jersey for me? What's going on?
I don't know if being up 50-3 you're going to get that PI call in the end zone.
It's harder, but
unless it's a lot more egregious, I would think that.
It's always pass interference on the defense. Have I taught you nothing
yet?
Yes,
no. I agree.
You were on point with me earlier about the defensive guys. But.
Addison on the carry. He beats him into the corner, hurdles his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Isaiah Addison for 6.
Absolutely, and a great job here by the left side of the offensive line, crashing everything down. And Addison just says, I'm going to go up, elevator, rising, going to the end zone. 56-3. Mountain Lions in cruise control here early in the third quarter. Or late in the third quarter, I guess.
Rodriguez on to kick the extra point through. Has good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. 57-3 with 3:56 to go in the third. It's all Mountain Lions right now.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program's pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with conflict.
after the Isaiah Addison touchdown. Good for the freshman out of Baltimore. As this one is grabbed by Conley. He looks to go up the field, and he is stapled right away. Big hit there from Ben Brewer. Perfect form tackling there, too, from Brewer. Wrapped his arms, made the hit. As the De Anza special teams unit has done a nice job this afternoon. As the ball we placed at the 25 and out trots that.
Dom, I got a question for you. Remember way back in the first quarter, the first drive of the game, who scored first in this game?
That is true. So it is 57 unanswered points.
Yeah.
And that's it. But even just going back to that, you take the 20-yard field goal instead of trying to punch it in and take that 7-point lead after you get the big play to set it up first and goal. Gomez looking after the rollout. He throws across his body, and it's off his hands of the intended target. Ryan Solario is the intended target. He had some room if he would have made the play as well.
Yeah, but again, that's another one of those things where you run, roll out to the right, and then you stop and you just throw it back across the field. You're asking for trouble, and he's lucky that that tip pass didn't find its way into the hands of a mountain lion defender that would have danced down the sideline and put another 6 points on the board for De Anza. I mean, they're ready to have a party here crowning this championship season. That would have been the nail in the coffin right there,
yeah.
just dancing down their own sideline with nobody in the way.
So, again, using a lot of this play clock. Now just 4 to go on it. Now with 3, now with 2, and now getting the snap, and there was a false start.
Yeah, and you're using all that play clock, but the clock's not running because of incomplete pass. So
Right.
I don't understand why you're taking that long to call that play, right? I mean,
As a guilty party.
just like right now, right?
And
Oh, they are starting the clock
Barcio.
now. Interesting.
Freshman gets called for the false start. Gomez just swinging it out, and a huge hit on the play. That should be an incomplete pass, but look out again. Caleb Richardson laying the lumber as the intended target was Cruz Ferris.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one here is just telegraphed. Boom, right there, coming up and just laying the boom.
Ooh from everybody in this big sophomore day crowd here at De Anza. Very impressive in this game. Obviously, De Anza pretty much always impressive, but the way that the cornerbacks pride themselves in tackling is probably a big testament to why they're on their way to 10-0 and heading back to another bowl game with a conference title. There's a snap. Breedy the carry. He runs right in to big number 90. Rubottom was there on the tackle. And that will force the punt unit to make their way out on the field. And they're only sending 4. It's not like they're run blitzing. Just that great defensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a mismatch up front, and it's just, like I said, sometimes it's tough to watch because Rube, Mohawk Baker, and the rest of those guys are just teeing off, and they just know, hey, this is coming. We're going to go make a play.
So, again, we'll see if Chris Butler has some theatrics again. This time it's a high arcing kick, and the fair catch is called for by Weber this time and caught at the 50. So now we'll see again who trots out on the field at the quarterback spot for De Anza, if they'll switch, as they will. Brandon Arceo, the freshman from right here in Cupertino, California, will make his way on the field to get his first action here in this ball game.
Yeah, Zachary Crochet also in there, Prospect High School of Saratoga. Looks like he's going to get some action playing. And Crochet's in the. Oh no, we got under center.
Yeah, we're going under center here.
I was a little confused.
So there's a snap, and it's a delay of game to start a drive.
Crochet was going to get the ball in the first place. Yeah.
Yep, so Zachary Crochet, the freshman running back, also in there. As now Akeem Wright checks back into the football game. So he trots his way out there. And as when he's on the field, he may see another shot. But now with 10 seconds left on the play clock here, now they got to go. They're getting back-to-back delay game penalties here now with 4, with 3, with 2, with 1. They do get this snap off, and they give it to Wright. Swing pass out on the quick little bubble screen. He fights for yards and will just get back to the original line of scrimmage. So a gain of 5 on first down.
Yeah, I don't know a bit about having him in the ball game, and then if they do, I don't know giving him the football here as he goes right back out. Yep.
Right.
So he might we don't know. He might have needed some kind of 5-yard play or 2 yards to break some record because now he's got the helmet off, and it looks like he's going to go to the sideline. And we got a Cabrillo Seahawk down. We can't see it there because of
it's
the
covered by the tent. We do have a Seahawk down on the
it's
play.
Jimenez too. He's played a whale of a game for the Seahawks. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he's okay. We'll be back after this on NorCal Sports TV.
Whether you're taking Highway 49, Highway 99, coming from anywhere in the 209 or much, much further, take a drive up Highway 108 to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's a 5-day overnight summer basketball camp in the Sierra foothills of Sonora. The NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp, where we keep it 100.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
And we're just talking in our break there how the pass to Akeem Wright, it's like if you're going to do those quick passes up 54, you got to tell him to not take any hits. Just run out of bounds once you get as much as you can because he was hit by 4 or 5 Seahawks there to bring him down. There's the snap. There's the give. Here's Crochet bouncing it to the outside. He's looking for more yards. He's pushed out of bounds. After the good gain of about 7, it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and my defense to that as a coordinator and coach and type of thing is, look, sometimes you need one more catch to break a record, a school record or a personal record, and you're like, hey, I need, 3 more yards. So can you find a way to get me the 3-yard catch? And you're like, okay, I'll send you on this little smoke screen or whatever and get you it. And I had a kid one year, never caught a pass in a football game, and we were down. He's like, hey. Throw me this wide receiver screen. Throw me the wide receiver screen. I just want to get a catch in my football career.
And there's Wright again on that quick little bubble. And this one he wants to take to the house. Cuts up the field. And he'll walk into the end zone. A springing block from Weber. And Akeem Wright is in for the touchdown.
Yeah. And so I finishing my story, I threw him the wide receiver screen. Tipped off his hands. Pick 6, and the coach looked at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks, Adam. I appreciate that. Love you. But he comes up to me a couple weeks ago at a football game. He's sitting next to me and goes, hey, coach, remember when you – I'm like, yeah, the wide receiver screen. I go, oh, trust me, I remember the wide receiver screen. He's laughing. He goes, I caught one the next year. You weren't there. I was like, I know.
So Kendall Bowens now is hobbling off, and he came in for the injured Chase DeSantis. So more injuries here on this offensive line.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Those offensive linemen, you don't have a lot of them. They don't just grow 6'6", 280-pound, 300-pound guys that are agile. And they don't grow those guys on trees. You can go pick them off of every street sideline. So
as the extra point is up, and it is perfect from Rodriguez. As the score is 64-3 with under a minute to go in the third.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice. And she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later.
As kicking this one away after, and it'll take one big hop and spinning away from one tackle, spinning away from another, and now being brought down at the 20-yard line. There was Elijah Velez getting the opportunity to return that one, and now the Seahawk offense will make its way on the field.
Yep, not a lot to say here. 40 seconds left in the third quarter, right? I mean,
think one play should maybe get to that 9 seconds to where they most likely don't run a second play,
right,
and just get to the fourth quarter.
Hopefully the play clock operator is on the same page as us there, huh? She's sitting next to her. She's been doing a great job all year. Had to give her a shot there. Earlier on the delay game, she's like, that wasn't my fault. I started it when I was supposed to.
Oh, no, it's been a problem pretty much all year trying to get the play calls in.
Yeah, it hasn't been her.
There's the snap. It is the give. Brady with the run. He is stopped and grabbed and pushed across, and there's
Perfect.
that reset.
There it is. Good job.
And that
she looks at this one. She's listening. She knows we're talking about her.
I don't think that they'll run another play here.
The Cabrillo, this is up to them. They shouldn't run another play. Let's go to the fourth quarter.
And
get your 61-point play out.
As nope, they will not run a play. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, the final 15 coming up after this. It is a 64-3 De Anza lead, and you are watching Mountain Lion football here on NorCal Sports TV.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
Start of the fourth quarter about to be underway, as it'll be second and maybe 10 and a half, maybe 11, as the Seahawks trot their offense back on the field. Second and long. There's a snap, and Brady will get the carry, and he is wrapped up and hit again. This time he'll lose a yard on the play, and it'll be third and long. As we've got some time here, the 3C2A will go to the out-of-town scoreboard. Laney taking on San Mateo at San Mateo. San Mateo up 31-13 there. They just started the fourth quarter there. Shasta has the lead over Santa Rosa in the fourth quarter there as well. And Merced and Coalinga with the fourth quarter winding down. Coalinga's got the 28-15 lead. Game's also underway. Foothill and San Jose, Siskiyou and Feather River, but we do not have scores for those games as that run is right up the middle, and it's just a gain of 2, and it'll be 4th and 10, and the punt unit will make their way out on the field. As Fresno City is taking care of Reedley right now, 63-24. Butte trailing Sierra 17-20, under 5 to go in that one. San Joaquin Delta and Chabot are also underway, and so is Sacramento City and Monterey Peninsula. As Los Medanos has a 43-28 lead over Contra Costa. Maybe one of the possible opponents for this De Anza team in the bowl game, but depending on that Feather River score, we can see if we can try and find that. Would be Feather River would be the winner of that conference. As there's a snap, and is this a fake punt? Oh, no, it's not. Now he'll pull up and kick it, and this is caught by Butler, and he wants to try and score. Butler down the sideline, and then he slides down, and now a late flag comes flying in.
Yeah, I think it was a late hit on Cabrillo. We'll see what the officials sort things out, but let them do their thing. Shout out to some Baltimore people in the chat watching the game from Baltimore. Got to love that. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you guys watching NorCal Sports TV here. Glad we could bring you guys the action and some of your athletes coming out there. Coming from out here there, rather.
So can confirm that Feather River did get the win this afternoon. So it looks like they will take on this De Anza team in the bowl game, as they are the winners of the American Pacific 7 Conference. As backing it up, it was a late hit on De Anza there. As there's a snap. Diamond back in the football game at quarterback, as there's a run right up the middle. And a good gain on first down. Fausto Gonzalez, the freshman running back on the carry. Went to Harbor High School in Santa Cruz, California.
Foothill up 43-7 over San Jose City College. You can watch that on NorCal Sports TV as well.
As there's a snap, they give right up the middle, and now looking to bounce it. Look out! Going to the end zone goes Gonzalez for the touchdown. Fausto Gonzalez, the freshman, will find the end zone. And they've reached the 70-point mark now for the second time this season.
Absolutely. Good job of blocking. Nobody there on the defense, and then just running away from everybody and hiding is Gonzalez. And see, he's happy to get in the end zone. Plenty of time left here for some other guys to get in the end zone as well. So the 83 points earlier this year, we kind of looked at that and said there's no way. Well, I don't know.
Some late bodies coming on the field for this extra point unit, as the extra point is up, and it is good. Rodriguez puts it through, and with 12:19 to go, it is a 71-3 De Anza lead. After the touchdown for Gonzalez, we'll kick this thing away, and we'll see the Cabrillo offense back on the field. Let's see, Conley has had some pretty good success returning it. Wonder if they try and keep it maybe away from him, or if he just takes it himself. as this one is kicked to Conley. He'll get it at the 5 and try and return and trying to find some type of lane, but there's just nowhere for him to go, but spins out of a couple of tackles, spins out of more tackles, and now gets across the 15 and now pushes forward to the 20. What a return there from Connolly.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about, hey, that's a chance to put something on film, right? I mean, you haven't had the greatest day, but at the same time, you can make a play and put it on film and then catch somebody's eye. And so you got to just keep fighting and playing hard. I mean, you still got 12 minutes left in this game. That's a long time in football. I mean, think about it, right?
Yeah.
This is college football. You're playing 15-minute quarters. High school, you're playing 12-minute quarters. So you have the whole fourth quarter left to go, and there's no running clock here. So during the last timeout, we also got the confirmation, too, that it is Feather River that's going to be playing in that bowl game on, it looks like, the 22nd. So stay tuned. There'll be more information from that to follow. Game time is to be determined.
As there's a snap and the give, pushing forward on the first down run. And look at this. The Seahawks offensive line pushing forward for the gain of 11. And those two teams, Feather River here and De Anza, they've met each other earlier in this season. De Anza, of course, undefeated, so you know that they won, but a 35-29 victory as that took place right here on this field. And that was the closest game the second closest game that De Anza's played all season long. And that one possession ball game, so we should have a good one in the American Championship game. There's a snap and the give. Brady trying to bounce it, but he is hit and dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 2.
Harvey coming up making the tackle for the Mountain Lions. And like you said, hey, that's a rematch game, and those are tough to play, specifically for the team that won the first time, right? Because you got the advantage, you won. So the team that lost, they're going to go back and watch film on that and be like, okay, this is what we did wrong. We're not the same team that we were then, especially in JC. You never know who came in and out and who's starting and who's not now. And so those replay and rematch games, those are awfully difficult for coaching staff to kind of just wrap their head around and be like, all right, we got to play them again. We've already done it once.
As there's a snap, the give on the run, and just back to, not quite back to the original line of scrimmage, just a gain of 1 or 2 on the play. But yeah, it was a 35-29 victory that came down to the wire, as Feather River actually had the lead in the fourth quarter in that game before Akeem Wright scored the game-winning touchdown with 2:30 to go. Or excuse me, with 7:27 to go in that game. So that should be a good football game, and you can, of course, find all that action right here on NorCal Sports TV. Has still no time to be determined, but I would assume a day game with it being here at De Anza. There's the snap, the give right up the middle, and a gain of about 2, maybe 3, and it'll be 4th and 8, as now the punt unit will trot its way on the field for the Seahawks, as now we're inside of 10 minutes to go. See if Butler makes his way out on the field. Yes, he does with Weber.
Now, is that bowl game here, or is it a neutral site bowl game? I'm not sure.
I think in the past it would be here. It would be the higher seed,
okay,
or with the best record, and there's no need for a tiebreaker because they already played each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So home field advantage definitely is huge there.
As there's a snap, a high lobbing snap. Look out, this one's blocked. Special teams, are they going to get their first touchdown of this game? It's picked up, going to the end zone, and into the end zone goes Talton Thomas for the touchdown. And special teams is finally in on the action.
Took them long enough. Oh, jeez.
You would think with how many exciting returns that they've had that they've found the end zone, but they haven't. A couple of gold jerseys there to block the punt. Don't know who exactly got their hand up, but Thomas picked it up and made his way into the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job there by the special teams unit for the Mountain Lions. We joked about it earlier. They want to get their chance to get on the board, and they sure did.
As now the extra point team makes their way on the field. There's a snap. The kick is up, and it is good. So add more points to that clicker for the Mountain Lions. They lead it 78-3 with 8:46 to go.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that.
After the special teams blocked punt touchdown, as that one is grabbed, and Brady will get his chance to return the football on the short kick, and he gets out to the 30. As
I tell you, he's going to need some ice tonight.
Oh, yeah. Brady has had a long day.
But he gets up and just
running
back
hard
to the huddle.
sure.
Got to love that from a running back. And just you know, hey, there's going to be better days for this Cabrillo Seahawks football team. I mean, things are just, like I said, they were up 3-0, and then it just kind of fell apart and snowballed from there.
And the real snowball was at the end of the first half, because it was still in the balance there, and then just the interception, the touchdown, and then the fumble, scoop and score. As there's a snap, the give, and wrapped up and brought down behind the play is Aaron Mendoza. As there is a helmet that popped off, so clock will stop. As Jackson Stevens will have to come back on the field, or come back to the sideline, excuse me, to put the helmet back on. And now we've got whistles everywhere, and it looks like we've got an offside.
I think it's on the offense, because the defense, they would have let the play go. Nope, they didn't. Usually they let the defensive go, but
and the only real other action today is American River at Redwoods, and then later on this evening, Gavilan at Hartnell to wrap up their seasons as well. There's a snap and the give, run right up the middle. It's Mendoza again, and the tackle, or did the ball come out? It's just a tackle.
No, they're just excited about who made the tackle over there. You got to love that. Your teammates getting excited when some of these backups get to come in and make some plays.
As using all of that play clock, or the Seahawks here. As we're approaching 7 minutes to go, 3rd and 5. As there's the snap and the give. And Brady just gets 1 yard before he is wrapped up and brought down. And out comes the punt unit for the Seahawks, I think. Oh, looks like the offense is staying out there.
Aiden Mixconnell Rodriguez.
Oh, no, now here comes the punt unit.
Also, Caleb Richardson in there making a tackle. And
the highest
special teams back out there again.
Scoring total here. They had a 68-10 victory at Gavilan and the 83-0 win against Hartnell. So knocking on the door of that season-high point total right now, as again Weber and Butler are back, and that
Almost
one
got that
was
one. He might have
almost
got it
blocked,
tipped.
and it may have been deflected.
Yep. 42 for De Anza. Comes flying in there. That's Ben Brewer. He was very upset with himself that he didn't get another block punt there.
As that one went spiraling and wobbling out of play at the 45-yard line, as we'll see now who comes in at quarterback. I think that this
Might be you, Dom. I think they're going to call you out of the booth and say, hey, you want to come play some quarterback?
I got a couple of good throws left in me.
Got a play left in you? Come on.
Oh, yeah. Our CO now, it's his time to come in at quarterback because we haven't seen the offense on the field since a couple of minutes. As again, Arteaga Guerrero now in at the running back spot, and they'll throw it out to Rock on the outside. He breaks a tackle, gets a block, and Rock goes down the sideline, looking to cut it in the field. 10-5, and Rock will head into the end zone. Aaron Rock, the freshman, for a touchdown, and there goes that point total as it is 84-3. De Anza's got the lead.
Wow. Little smoke screen, single receiver guy, and then he just makes a guy miss, and he's down the sideline. And
good blocking there from Weber on the outside, too, which we've seen him on numerous occasions in this game have some springing blocks.
6:01 left still.
Snap is high. Good hold as the kick is good. As Diamond get a good job getting that one down. 6:01 to go, 85-3. Yeah, that's the real score. We'll be right back. After the touchdown from Rock, he finds his way into the end zone. As that point total keeps climbing its way up. As we don't have a statistician, but I would love to know how many teams have reached more than 80 points in a single season.
Twice in the season. I know teams that don't score 80 points in the season.
Yeah, just like in total. There's the snap, or not the snap, the kick, and Conley, he's done a nice job on the return. He's breaking more tackles, and Conley gets across the 30 to the 37, I do believe, is Conley. So a good return as he fights for yards. And it will be first down.
So Dom, I'm going to say it, right? I mean, it's
but it looks like they've agreed to.
Oh, we are going to running clock here? Okay.
Oh. Now they stop it.
Oops, I think that was an accident on the
I'm
the
okay
clock
with it.
guys thing. Yeah, I thought so too. So I'm going to ask the question. Well, is there two more touchdowns in De Anza's future to get to that number?
Well, let's see.
Hey,
40
you're gonna
seconds
go for two,
each
right?
play.
You got to go for two if you get a
can't
chance
go
to.
for two. No way. You cannot go for two.
99-3 just looks ugly. You got to have that even number to balance out things, right?
There's the snap and the give. The run up the middle and spinning away, but not getting out of the tackle. There was Cruz Ferris on the carry.
All I know is hold on to the ball,
Yeah.
Seahawks. I mean, running backs, two hands, on the ball, 8 points of contact, because De Anza's ripping at the football right now, right?
Well, I think what it also come down to is the punting, because it's either they go to try and block it, which they've already had a couple of great opportunities. They've got one block.
Butler still hasn't ran one back
I was
yet.
just going to say, or they don't send anybody, and then you kick it deep, but they set up a return to one of the best, if not the best, return man in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, Butler still hasn't made that touchdown return yet. And then you got another flying up, making another play. Rodriguez, or Richardson, excuse me, making another big play. And all of a sudden it's quickly third down again.
Third and long again at that. 3rd and 8. As Gomez
feels like we've been saying this the whole
play.
second half, right? Run, punt.
They want to reset the play clock.
Yeah. That play clock lady, we were talking about her earlier, shaking her head, looking at her. She's always causing problems here in the booth.
As 3rd and 8 again, there's the snap and the give. The run up the middle. Ferris is hit, and he is dropped after the short gain of 3 or 4. In on the stop.
Luke Castleman.
There was Luke Castleman, the long snapper, getting in on the action, playing
Gotta
some
love it.
linebacker snaps. And now the punt unit will trot its way out on the field on 4th and 5.
Well, if you're Deanza, you gotta love it, right? Cabrillo, you're just like, hey, let's just get this over with.
Right.
They've been over this since halftime.
So here we go. Butler and Weber will be back again.
And Brewer, I guarantee you, if he's out there, he's coming for it. So you got to be careful if you're Cabrillo here, because
there's a snap. They're coming after it, and this one is blocked again. It's blocked. It's picked up, and this will be a score. And wow, did you just call that?
Told you. He was coming. He's come after it every time, and he's almost blocked it 3 or 4 times. That time, he gets the block.
Caleb Richardson is the man who blocked it. We talked about him being all over the place in this game. He's the one who gets the block, and Brewer with the scoop and score.
Almost like I saw things coming, huh? I mean, that was...
But can I give myself maybe a little bit of credit on the first down we were talking? I don't think it's the offense so much. I think it's going to be the punt unit that would be the problem.
And there's still 3:10 left to go here. We're about to put 92 on the board here for the Mountain Lions. I've never seen a game like this before. I've 22 years of football.
The extra point is good, and I definitely have never seen anything like this. As the extra point is good, and it is 92-3. As actually, I think there may have been a flag, as there was flags.
Oh, there is a flag back there in the end zone. Maybe there's too many guys on defense, and here's your chance to go for 2.
Oh, boy. Can't go for 2.
Oh,
there you go, yeah. But it is interesting. If you do score again, and it's 98.
I mean,
I
know what I'm doing, but it's just, that's one of those situations where you're like, okay, look, and yeah, you're going to say it's rubbing it in, and maybe it is. But I wouldn't. I don't know. Luckily, I've never scored 100 points.
Have you even been close?
Yeah, no. I had a situation where I put like 48 on the team, and they weren't real happy with me calling a timeout to get another kid a carry. But again, he was a third-string running back, and we weren't a very good team. And I was like, listen. And I was friends with the other coach, and he was mad at me after the game, and I had to go over and talk to him. And he's like, hey, I'm like, listen. I get you. I understand where you're coming from, but here's my situation. He's had 2 carries all year. He's never got a chance to get in the end zone. We were at the 4-yard line. I gave him 2 shots to get in, and he didn't do it, and then we turned the ball over. Okay, so I had to kind of explain it to him, and then he was like, okay, I kind of see your point there. And we were only up by like 14 or something late in the game. It wasn't like it was a 92-3 football game, so... But, yeah, I mean, I did. I tried to get a kid, a running back that was our third-string running back, and get him a touchdown because it's one of those situations, and he just couldn't get it done. But, yeah, never been in the situation where do I go for 2 to get to 100.
Yeah.
Only on, maybe Madden
or any one of those
or
games.
NCAA football, 14 or 25, maybe in that situation. And, of course, I go for 2 all the time then to get to the 100. But
oh, yeah. So... I'm trying to be our own statistician here, but I don't know. I don't think anybody has reached the 90-point mark in JUCO college or California JUCO before. As there's a snap and the give, run right up the middle and into another wall.
First down. Hey, 3 plays away from that punt situation, right?
Well, that would be the thing, though. It would be up to the punt unit to try and get that last touchdown, because if the Anza were to be able to get the ball back, then you take the 2 knees and get out, because there's one more play and then the 2-minute timeout. Then you'll get one more play after that, so you would get the ball with like a minute left, and that's when you take the knees.
Butler and Weaver.
But that is also true.
Butler and Weaver, right? I mean, I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. If they do get the punt off,
how many times does the special teams unit scored 3 times in the second half?
True. Here's a snap and another give. That one is good for a gain of 1, and that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. There will be 2 minutes left to play in the ball game, and to say the route is on is an understatement. 92-3, De Anza's got the lead.
I personally believe working with my teammates in the program helped build a bond and like our chemistry on and off the field. So it's not just football, it's more so school related as well.
I come from another college program. My aunt recommended me to come over here. She told me that the Anza program is pretty nice, and she was not lying at all. The FAST program helps out a lot. Here, they have a lot more tutors than the other college I was at. That's what I see. Over there, they just send you to the computer lab and like, all right, here, go do your homework, go do all that. There was no help.
Tutoring session had helped me in a good way personally. For me, just sitting back, listening, taking stuff in, and just moving better as a person instead of coming with like conflict, like saying I ain't do this or that. Like I just took criticism and just be better later on in life.
So here we go. 3rd down and 7. If you get 7 yards, the ball game is over. And if you don't, then you have to go through the adventure of punting the football again. There's the snap. It's a give. There's the run. Did the ball come out? Oh, I thought the ball came out. Ball placed at the 26-yard line. As, Cruz Ferris looked like he may have got rolled up on.
And the punt team, the punt return team is sprinting out there like, hey.
The punt team again.
And we got different return guys this time. You got
Butler and Addison, it looks like, is back.
Baker, or Weaver rather, is an up man. So.
Now Weber is the up man. We'll see. If you're Cabrillo, you go max protect.
You just got to kick the ball away and hope for the best. I mean, at this point, last 2 blocked.
3 to go on the play clock. Now 2. They do get the snap off. Look out! And it's blocked again! It's blocked again! This is caught, and this is going to go into the end zone. This is unbelievable. Jingwon Jigon from South Korea. He's got the touchdown. And now what comes out? It's got to be the field goal unit. It absolutely has to be the field goal unit.
I mean, this is almost insane.
The crowd is chanting "Go for 2," but there's no way.
I think the quarterback's out there. No, that's the holder though.
That's the holder. Yeah, that's Diamond the holder. So
oof.
The extra point will be up.
We're going to get a delay game.
Yep. Looks like they'll get the delay game unless they get the snap quickly off. They won't, as there's a delay game penalty. So now there's a little bit extra time to think about it if you want. If we have that replay, I don't think that one was even blocked by
I think it was
a Panther. I think it went right off one of the personal protectors there. They just got pushed right into
it.
It
really was. And the crowd is chanting the whole time out, go for 2.
They want the go for 2. They're not going to get it.
Hey, there could be a bad snap here, though, and a fire call. I mean, there's all kinds of ways you can still get points.
There's a snap, the extra point. It is up, and it is good. as just craziness happening here at De Anza today.
I just had to check and see if our scoreboard does go to 100.
Okay.
I just didn't know.
As that is 3 consecutive punt blocks for touchdowns.
Wow.
And the problem is that it's not that you wouldn't even want to punt it, because then you're not really getting yards on the ground, so then you'd be giving them the ball at the 20 anyways.
Like I said, I don't know that I've ever seen a special teams unit score 3 times in the same half, not alone in the same 3 possessions. Or 3 out of the 4 possessions, whatever it's been. But I guarantee it's been 3 times in the fourth quarter. Let's clarify that, right?
And what's very interesting about it, too, is if you've watched De Anza's games, you would think that it's all the return guys. It's like, oh, they just kept kicking it to Butler, and there's nothing you can do.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my, look out. And somehow.
That was almost another just absolute tragedy there.
That was almost a disaster, but Mendoza jumped on top of it, and that should end it. And now there's a late flag.
Wow.
And now there's a late flag. We'll see who this is on. I think it's on Cabrillo. But just 2 knees.
Take a knee and get out of here. Yeah.
This game
don't hand the ball off and fumble. So offsetting penalties there on the kickoff. So
and
still 53 seconds
talked about
left.
a little bit during our last break. I'm a little interested to see how this handshake line at the 50-yard line is going to go.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my broadcast career, and it hasn't even been that long. And I don't know if anything will ever top it either.
No, this is definitely a first and probably only.
There's a snap, and they are going to run the football. And just diving down, there was Mendoza.
You know, and I love the fact that Caleb Richardson's over there raising his hand saying, that's my tackle.
Yeah.
I got him. I was the closest one.
Has one more play. And that should do it on this afternoon, as all the Gatorade buckets are all over coaches on that far De Anza sideline, as they'll go to 10-0. They will win the conference. And for the second straight year, they will head to the American Championship Bowl game. And the American Golden Coast Conference champion, De Anza College Mountain Lions, do it in a way that I don't think anybody would have thought. It is a 99-3 victory. Unbelievable.
De Anza finishes off a 10-0 run here for the championship. Congratulations to De Anza and the Mountain Lions. Also, don't forget, after the game today, you can go to deanza.com, and there's been a kind of like a media session set up that they'll be broadcasting a little interview session and some questions and answers for players and some of the staff. So you can go there, check that out in about 15-20 minutes, they said, after the game was over. So congratulations to Coach DiAgostino and the rest of the staff there at De Anza, getting the back-to-back league championships.
Yep. And undefeated both years in that 10-0. Just last year couldn't quite finish that 11-0 job, but this year obviously the eyes are set on that. So the bowl game date is set for the 22nd. We do not have a time, but we do have the opponent. It'll be Feather River. It will be a rematch from that Week 3 game back in September. Well, we'd like to thank everybody for tuning into our broadcast this afternoon and all season long here on NorCal Sports TV for De Anza College football. Thank you to my great crew I've had all throughout the season. And, of course, Jeremy has done a great job. I've been with you most of the year. I appreciate everything you and your crew do. As we remind you the final score, 99-3, De Anza takes the win. We hope that you join us for the bowl game. You'll find it right here. like and subscribe to NorCal Sports TV, and like us all on all social media platforms. For everyone here at NorCal Sports TV, we thank you. I'm Dominic Carriel saying so long from De Anza College.